All right, welcome everybody to the second campaign in animated shorts. I need to come up with actual names for these things, but when I do, that day will not be today. So, to start off things, I'm Kai. I'm going to be the DM for this session. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves in alphabetical order of what you are on the chat there?
I guess that means it starts with me, even though I'm an S name because I currently have a nickname. So I'm Snail Comics. I'm gonna be playing. Do you want us to just name ourselves or name our characters as well?
Introduce yourself and your character, please.
Okay, cool. So I'm Snail Comics, and I'm gonna be playing Coal Mine Canary. She's a rubber hose Toonkind cleric who is firmly convinced that actual canaries, rather than like the Toonkind that she is, do not exist.
Amazing.
I am Ricket. I am your barbarian for the night. Hook, the neurotic rubber hose chihuahua, who can't seem to realize that everyone else kind of knows what's going on. I could have phrased that a lot better, but I'm very tired right now.
That is okay. Don't worry about it.
I think we got the
Hang
mood,
on.
though.
Okay.
Your dog.
Oh shoot, hang on, my dog ran off. I gotta go get him.
Oh dear. Samaranth, do you want to go?
I'm Samaranth. I'm playing Doc Acne again. She's a worn artificer. Mostly just sort of human-shaped, I guess.
No, that's fair. Doc Acne is the best and we love her.
We adore her.
And last but not least...
Alright, I'm Shadowrune01. I'll be playing my ranger, Danny. He is currently wanted right now, but he's a good guy.
Danny is also a delight and I love him. I love all your players so far. I love all your characters so far, even if I don't know half of them. They're all going to be delightful. All right. To kick things off, I'm actually just going to do a quick reread of what I did in the plot so far, just as a summary for anyone listening. So, it's a hot, sleepy day at Podunk Landing, a small river village near the southern edges of Gisnap. While a few decades ago the place would have been bustling and bouncing with industry, quite literally in the case of more of the toonier buildings, these days it's more of a pit stop for travellers hopping on and off the many riverboats that chug along the Ubi River. But the river is not our focus for today, and instead our camera pans across to Podunk's main square. The sound of buzzing cicadas fill the air as the sun beats down on the stone paving. Taverns and stores and pokey little restaurants line the square, but despite all the things that Toons could, should, and would do in the everyday life that should lead to the bustle of that should lead to the main square being as busy as a beehive, the place is practically empty, but for a handful of Toons taking refuge in the shade. A tumbleweed half-heartedly bounces through the middle of the square before stopping with a phew to wipe sweat off its brow and melt somewhat. It's a hot, sleepy, quiet day at Podunk Landing. At least until a little ragdoll-like Toon comes running up the street, that is. Help! Can anybody help me? My dog's got stuck and I can't get it back and I need help! Come on, is there anyone here? Just please, anyone! And what are you guys doing?
Well, hello there, little missy. My name's Coal Mine Canary, and I am a cleric of the cycle of life, and I am here to help anyone in need.
That was spectacular. I was more asking about like what are your characters doing when this goes down, but also that's delight, and I want to stick with it.
Oh, sorry.
Stick to that.
Like,
my character.
you don't even see Coal Mine Canary until they pop into the frame and say that.
Yep, that works. That works.
Podunk is a river town, right? Are we like near the river?
Yeah.
Okay, Ern is trying to catch a fish with his oversized great axe.
How do you catch a fish with an axe?
He's got a little spear on the end.
That
I
seems
love this.
That seems a bit counterintuitive, but you know what? I'll take it. Fair enough.
Yeah, you know how when you take a sharpened stick and you try to stab him? It's like that, but with an axe.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Anyway, he looks up and he turns to this little girl and he's like, "A dog? How? I suppose I should help you. What's the matter? Where is he?"
He's like, he got felled. Sorry, I'm all tongue-tied today. I do apologize. Have water restart. Alright. Like, his name is Rex, and he fell down like this little hole thing inside. You know the old toy factory? The old toy factory that got abandoned and everything? There's a little hole there, and he crawled into this hole, and I'm not small enough to get into it. And I don't know how to get him back. I can hear him barking down there. I can't get in. Can someone help?
Doc is thrown out of a nearby business. She's covered in soot and her hair is smoking as if she has just recently been exploded in a toonish way, not in a normal way. And she lands at the feet of this little girl and says, "Well, we'll help."
I love Doc.
Danny was just walking by when all of this suddenly just happened right in front of him. And
We are
all this-
Toons.
Yeah. And now he feels like that, okay, yeah, now he's part of the we. It's like, we'll help. So he shrugs and nods and says, "Yeah, I'll help you."
Danny was just unfortunate enough to just be walking a little bit too close and has been suckered into yet another adventure.
Yep.
It's what happens when you walk around Toons. The gags, they come.
Yes.
That's
It makes his life interesting, though.
amazing.
Oh, it makes life something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh no.
You wouldn't say interesting, but it makes it something.
I mean, to be fair, Danny made a lot of friends out of his last little adventure. He also, is now wanted in Toontown, but you know what?
Yeah.
City life is overrated anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, the little girl, like she looks like she's a rag doll basically. She's literally a rag doll toon. She's about 2 foot high. She is very small, but to be fair, like half the party is pretty tiny as well. So I'm sure it won't seem like too much of a difference. And,
Wait, how tall did you say she was?
like 2 feet.
Okay.
Say she was 2 feet?
Yeah, 2 feet. So like that's 24 inches. I think. I don't know. I don't maths. Why doesn't D&D use the metric system more? But yeah, so she's kind of like standing in front of you, just kind of like staring up at you, or like staring right at you, considering for some of the shorter group, and just going, "I need help," and stomping her foot about. And you guys are looking to come help, so she grabs Coal Mine Canary's hand, considering that she was the one that came to help first, and it's like, "Come on, we need to get him out, the door's stuck and I can't get him out," and starts trying to drag you along.
Successfully starts dragging her along. Coal Mine Canary is not very heavy and also is trying to help.
Wonderful. All right. I will say, one thing about, before we go any further with this game, I realized I should have said before we started, because this is a horror one, and because of the way I want to be playing this, I will never make any of you guys do any perception checks. I will never make you guys, I will never specifically tell you guys to do a perception check. I will be running off your passive perception for most of this game. If you guys want to look more into things or specifically have a look around, you have to tell me. So,
Okay.
I would like to make a perception check.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Shoot, what's my mark?
So yeah, it goes for perception, it goes for insight, it goes for investigation, it goes for anything that isn't like a physical check of something that you are doing. You're gonna have to say, "Hey, I want to do this thing."
Okay.
I hope you are prepared because we will be making perception checks every turn.
Yeah, I'm cool with this. I'm fine with this.
Maybe a little bit. Don't worry about it.
Hang on, my character sheet's bugging out. It won't load. Just give it a sec.
No problem. I mean, I've got all your character sheets here
Does
if you need
anybody
your
else want
bonus.
to make a perception check? Coal Mine Canary
Okay,
is
I
going
could use
into
that,
this
yeah.
practically blinded, but other people may want to look around.
Okay. I
Can I ask if Doc does know anything about the abandoned toy factory?
How long have you been in this town?
Not long. I just got here.
Not long. In that case, you wouldn't have heard anything about it, other than, like, you know
Right.
that there's a big abandoned factory building at the very edge of town, but that's probably just because you walked past it at some point.
Ern's been here for probably about a year.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In that case, has anyone else been here for, like, an extended period of time, or are you all kind of just, like, going through the town?
Well, Danny's been hanging out for just a couple days, so I don't think he would know
No.
a whole lot about it. Maybe any rumors or just passing talk. But yeah.
No, that's fair. Cole? Snail?
And can I make a perception check?
Yeah, sure thing. Wait, have you guys actually rolled? There you go. All right.
Yeah, I finally got my sheet
Okay.
pulled up and got the modifier.
And if I could
Fair
just
enough.
remember how to
Okay,
do it.
so you guys are still actually in the middle of town at the moment. You haven't quite gotten out to the factory yet.
Oh, okay.
So what you mostly see is like it's what I described before. It's the town square. It's a horrendously hot day. You do notice that the one or two other people that are either in or around the square have kind of just been ignoring this girl. They have not, like, they looked up at her and went back to doing whatever they were doing before. They didn't pay attention to her cries for help, but that's all you see. As far as what you know, as far as what Ern knows about the factory is that it closed down several decades ago because there was this big accident. Not many people in the town like talking about it because it was a big thing. Like there was a fire, there were a lot of deaths, there were some people missing, and it's been closed down, boarded up, locked up, and people kind of say, hey, don't go there. But of course, there's always some people that try going and poking around at it, like kids who want to get into trouble, that sort of thing. It's an abandoned factory, basically.
Alright.
It's so big because it's full of secrets. I mean, literally this time, but that was said as a joke.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys all headed to the factory now, or is there anything else you want to do before the adventure begins?
Oh, Danny sees a wanted poster on a wall and he quickly tears it down before anyone could notice it.
Fair enough.
Yes, he'll be doing that periodically. That should be a running gag. You just find the wanted poster somewhere and just goes to try to rip it down without trying to draw attention to himself.
It's like out
Phenomenal.
in the middle of the abandoned factory. There's one poster on the inside. Oh, rip that down. In the middle of the forest where no one's been for years. Oh, there's a poster here. Rip it down.
Sprint
In the
at-
middle of a boss fight.
It's pinned to the boss's back. He just sprints and just rips it off.
Yes.
We somehow
jumps-
get
jumps up.
teleported into the void, and there's one just floating around. And he balls it up and stuffs it in his pocket.
Yeah, or
Yep.
or he just like stuffs it in his mouth and eats it.
Yep, I accept this. Okay, so
Phenomenal.
the wanted poster is quickly ripped down, and you guys now tag along behind this little girl who, as she's talking, she's very much a bit of a fast talker. She's going along like, come on, you need to help me. I need someone big and strong who can break through the locks, and we can get inside, and we can rescue my little dog, because I need to get it back. I need Rex back. I can't go anywhere without Rex. I'm Moppet, by the way. My name's Muppet. What's your name? Her name, so introduces herself at Moppet, and she kind of just keeps up this running little ramble at you guys as she drags you along. Even though she asks for your names, she kind of just continues talking over it, so you don't really get the chance. It's a couple of minutes walk, and then you find, so it's like about like 10-15 minutes walk. You've gotten out to the edge of town, a couple of minutes walking through basically just some fields of nothing. And then you find this massive abandoned building. So it's only got, you can only actually see 2 floors there. You've got one side, and like there's an arch in the middle of the building where it looks like trucks and like so carts and horses could ride through around to the back. There are some double doors on one side on the smaller half of the building, and there are heaps and heaps of windows for the really tall section of the building on the other side, which looked like it would probably be the main factory floor. What do you guys do? Any reactions?
Okay. Can I roll perception again?
Go ahead. Nice.
Ooh.
Sweet.
All right.
Honorable.
Earn.
Just
Anyone else want to? While we're at this?
trying to figure out if I could. Okay, I got it. I
Okay.
thought I'd take.
Can I roll
one more.
investigation instead?
I mean, yeah. I'll probably tell you the same thing I would. The same thing I will earn, but you're welcome to do so if you've got better points in it.
All right.
I'm afraid to say that Coal Mine Canary is just not going to be rolling perception until something bites her. So
No, that's fair.
Gosh.
Ooh, nice
Oh, no,
one.
it just added them. It added them.
Wait.
It added them.
Ah, fair enough.
Oh,
oh,
Well, okay,
Yeah,
fair enough.
no.
oh yeah,
Oh.
that's much less good.
yeah, because it was just an addition problem. It wasn't a dice.
All right. So, Danny and Doc, as you're kind of going up, you don't see anything more than what I described. It's just a big factory building that looks pretty old and kind of a bit ramshackle. Ern, however, as you're going up, you notice that like the smaller section of the building where I described that like the double doors were, it looks like it's kind of suffered a bit of fire damage. There seems to be like the wood and brick seems a little bit blackened. A couple of the windows are cracked. The couple of the windows that aren't boarded up are kind of cracked, and you can't really see much of the inside, but this place does not look to be in good repair. It's a bit of a miracle that it's still standing, to be honest.
Are we sure this is safe?
Of course it's safe. If Rex got in there, then I can get in there too. And if I can get in here, then you can get in there. And then we can all get Rex, and then we can get out, okay?
Well, you see, we are much bigger than you or your little dog, and it would not take much for us to knock down this building.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just don't go punching any walls.
Seems legit to me.
Whatever you say. You said you needed someone to break the lock?
Yeah.
He kind of cracks his knuckles at that.
All right. Moppet drags you around the side of the building, and if you guys scroll back up to the picture I sent him before, you can kind of see this little bit of blue around the back of, like, if the front of the building is at the top of the picture and the back of the building is at the bottom, you see this little bit of blue there. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's basically, yeah, there's basically a little light well there. So it's a hole that has been dug beneath ground level in order to let like a small narrow window in the basement actually get some light and get some fresh air. And so you can kind of see that the window is far too small for any of you guys to get in. It's like even with Moppet being pretty small, there's no way she can get in. But obviously Rex must be a pretty small dog because he fell down the light well and got in. You guys will have to find alternate means.
Ern takes the fishbone he was using as a toothpick and just drops it down.
You hear it clatter at the bottom. It doesn't actually fall through the window, but it clatters on some of the...
Probably to see how deep that was, but probably just to get rid of it.
It's about about a meter deep, so like 3 feet.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, Next thing I would say so you guys are not going to be able to get through there. You'll have to find another means in. Again, if you look at the picture, you can see a little bit of red at the very front of the building on the small side, and two small spots of red on the like the larger section of the building. Those are all doors.
All right.
So we just gotta like muscle through the door, and we're good, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
can
like
do that.
it's probably there's probably a way down. We can get him, and like we'll be able to get Rex back super duper easy. I'm sure it's fine. I just need. I'm too small. I can't get the thing open because my arms are just too floppy, and I hate it. But you guys are really nice.
Oh, I know how it is. I'm very short, and people talk down to me all the time.
See, you get it. Yeah. So you know exactly
Every
how it
single
is.
one of you is taller than me.
How tall are you, Ern?
1 foot 11.5 inches.
It says 3'10" on your character sheet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I changed it a while back.
Yeah, I don't think I made my height, but it's like small, but not that small.
Fair enough.
I changed it a while back.
Okay. Doesn't really matter, but like that's kind of like
Yeah.
You guys know how it's small. You can see why like this little girl would be all fed up with everything that's going on. So
We understand her pain.
Yeah, fair. I suppose.
I'm 5'11".
God damn it, Doc.
Ern
You're
quietly
ruining all of
glares.
our short fun.
Wait, Doc, Moppet kind of like gestures up at you and tries to like, hey, you giant, can you lean down here for a sec? Can you lean down? Like she's like gesturing up at you, to, like, so you lean down.
Yes.
She grabs onto your shoulder and kind of clambers up until she's sitting on your shoulders. She weighs like nothing. Again, she's a rag doll. She's some fabric packed inside some more fabric. She weighs nothing. She climbs up on your shoulders. All right, now stand up again.
Doc does so.
All right, problem solved. Till now, let's get those doors open and save Rex. Yay!
If it works, it works.
So we just gotta like bust through this door, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, do we have to bust it? Or I mean, like, I don't want to damage the structural integrity if possible. Is there like a lock?
Danny pulls out
I
his
can
Steve's
break the
kit.
lock.
Ooh,
I also have a thief. Yeah.
All right. You notice both of the doors on the larger side of the building, like the small one on the side and the big door, like the small one on the side is like heavily locked, heavily boarded up. The big one at the back, which looked like it was kind of like that's where big deliveries would have been shipped in and out of, that is it's a big sliding door, and the hinges on it, like the wheels on it and everything are so ridiculously rusted that trying to move it would probably like take us about as much work as shifting an actual wall would. There is, however, the door at the very front, which is kind of just, it is chained and bolted shut, but there is a lock there.
Well, Danny would take his kit out and see if he could try to pick the lock first.
Go ahead.
All right. Do I roll for
Yeah, I think isn't it like roll dexterity plus something? I can't actually remember what the lock-picking thing is.
I
It's
think
proficiency.
I think it would be yeah.
proficiency? Okay.
It's just
So you have the proficiency bonus, which is probably going to be +2.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you add that to what I think they said
It's
to whatever save that you're doing.
yeah. So like roll
Well,
me a
not save, but
dexterity
roll.
plus, so it's basically D20 plus dexterity plus proficiency.
Plus
Yeah.
dexterity plus. Oh, so it's like +2 plus Oh shoot.
That's okay.
1 second. Oh shoot. What's that? Oh, +1. So it's a +2 plus 1,
Yeah, okay.
right?
Yeah.
Or
Go with that.
okay, I did it like that.
There we go.
Alright, you have a go at this lock, and you think you're twisting and fiddling with it. It takes you a little while, and you think you've almost got it. You twist the torque wrench, and your torque wrench breaks. Sorry. You've got backups. But this thing is very rusty and very old. It's going to take a little bit more than that.
Can I try?
Ern raises his hand and clears his throat.
Oh.
Yes.
He doesn't say anything like he was preparing to. Instead, he pulls out a portable ram. However, it is probably not the portable ram you are thinking of, in that it is a wooden beam with a metal tipping. No, it's a portable ram. He feeds it some oats, pets its wool, and points at the door.
What's their name?
This is great. I'm so glad that this came in handy. I'm so glad I said yes to this. Alright, you set your portable ram at the door. Roll me... Oh god, is there like a modifier for
Animal
this?
handling?
There's animal handling.
Yeah, roll me animal handling... just roll me animal handling.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That
Yes.
was a nat.
It was not 19.
That was 19.
I'm just really
Oh.
proficient in animal handling.
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
It
so-
sure looked like a nat 20.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
That was phenomenal.
Ern rolled a
So
19,
zombie,
managed
get the
to...
door.
Yeah, got a 23 in total. This ram kind of just like snuffles at your hand a little bit, then moves its gaze to the door and like stares, snuffs out through its nose, paws at the ground a little bit, and does the whole thing of like legs blur into a circle and thunk, rams into the door. It kind of steps back a little bit dizzy, but stares as it stares at the door. The lock and the chains just fall off, and the door collapses to the ground, just like falls flat. It's not as if it like turns on its hinges or anything. It just falls slap right into the building.
Good boy.
The ram's a little bit dazed, but is very proud of itself that it did the right thing.
Can Ern put the ram back into his hammer space?
Yes, please do.
He does so.
Alright, give me a second
He gives it a little parting scratch on the ears.
Perfect. Alright, give me a sec to show you guys what you managed to reveal. Because now you can actually see a little bit of the building. Yay!
Woo!
You need to click section 2. Sorry, again, like, you gotta give me time when it comes to clearing these up. I should be using, like, Roll20 or something, but no, I'm not quite that organized.
No
Ain't
sweat.
that a mood?
I tried to figure out how to use Roll20, and I'm still convinced that someday I will know how to use Roll20. But today's probably not that day. It kind of intimidates me.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that's it's got a really steep learning curve, but then once you know it, it's so handy and so easy. Alright, so once that loads up, this is what you guys see. So you've actually opened the doors into what looks like the reception area of the factory. And so there's like an old abandoned kind of like rather burnt looking desk just sitting there and a set of stairs leading up. There are also 2 doors in the room, one at the side and one at the back a little bit behind the desk. And there is no sign of a dog.
Doc is going to say, without a shred of irony, "Okay, gang, I think we should split up to cover more ground."
No! Tall man, no. We will not be doing that.
Oh, it works! It means we get to find
know,
more
it seems
things!
like
Like, if we look in more places, we might be able to find Rex sooner. Yeah!
We will not be splitting up.
I think at this point, Canary is gonna roll her first perception check because she's looking for the dog, not because anything is suspicious.
Go ahead.
Anything.
Well, that seems fitting.
That's a nat 1.
Yeah, it kind of does.
You don't even notice that this room has doors that lead to other rooms. You don't notice anything. It's like, oh, yes.
You
It's
think
a
you might
thing.
be in a room, but you're not sure.
Yes, exactly.
Well, guys, this certainly is a room. Do you think the dog?
Okay, Ern will roll perception because he's trying to look around, but also trying to look for the dog.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that Ern contains the party's brain cell.
He's the only one who has a +1 to intelligence.
I have a +2. My wisdom's -1.
Fair. Hey, same negative bonus. Same negative bonus.
Oh, does this mean Moppet is like the wisest of the group?
I don't know. How's
Yes.
Danny doing on the intelligence
Yes.
department?
Wait, your wisdom is -1 as a cleric?
No, it's my intelligence. My wisdom is +.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There's a difference.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Danny
Okay,
wants to.
I'm rolling perception here. He drops on all fours and starts sniffing around. I don't know if that would be perception or investigation, but I have better.
I would call that like because you're not investigating a singular thing. I'm going to call it perception.
Hold on 1 second,
Okay.
please.
Yep.
Give me a second.
Yep.
Who better than a dog to look for a dog?
To find a horse, you need a horse.
Yeah.
I realize that all this joking around isn't probably going to lend that well to the whole horror feel of it, but you know what? This is more fun.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
You guys don't need to apologize. The whole point of this is to have fun.
We're ramshackle through, like, trying all of the dumb tropes.
We will
in order
literally
to-
ramshackle.
In order to find this one stinking dog.
We will ramshackle through.
Amazing.
Danny wants to roll perception.
Alright. You roll, and then I'll describe what Danny and Ern see.
Okay. Let me just.
Alright, yeah, I'll describe
Same
what you
roll.
both see, because you both rolled the same.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are looking around, and again, you see it's a reception area. There's a rather battered and dented and burnt-looking desk in the middle of things. There's stairs going upstairs. There's 2 doors leading off. You can see, again, like, there's a lot of fire damage creeping up the walls. The wallpaper is peeling. This place does not look good. Anything that isn't burnt looks like it's going moldy. But as you guys are kind of looking around and poking at things, you do hear the yip, 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 yip of a dog kind of echoing throughout the factory. So you know there's things in here, you're just not sure where.
Ern's comically large ears immediately perk up when he hears the yip, and he's like, "It's here. I don't know where, but it is here."
Well, like you said, like, if you don't know where, then, like, let's split up, let's look for clues, let's see what's there, yeah!
No. No,
Why not?
It seems like
Because what
a
if
lot
the
faster
dog
to me.
isn't the only thing in here?
It's been abandoned for years. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, there's nobody in here.
She, like, slams her stick on the ground and says,
If anybody's in here, speak now. See, nothing. Nobody's here. Just the dog.
The moment you are silent, Cole, you go like bash, bash, bash on the wall, and it kind of, you can hear this echoing throughout the whole factory. You say, yeah, see, nobody's here.
Can I roll perception?
Go ahead.
Great! Canary!
Uh-oh.
You're pretty sure that was just an echo. And you're fairly certain that was just an echo. Echoes can get louder at times, right?
Right.
Danny's standing behind her, shaking his head like, no, it doesn't. I was actually half expecting you to say when he's looking around, he sees a poster of himself. And the one poster runs to it really quickly and tears it down. Says, looks at the blank wall and hides behind his back and says, no dog here.
There's a small procession of ants running along the wall, and there's a really tiny wanted poster right next to them. He gets some tweezers and...
Yeah, just pull that off. Yeah.
All right, Danny, I'll leave it up to you when you have posters and stuff to pull off the wall. Don't worry.
Okay.
So, but the question is, what do you guys want to do? I mean, obviously this place is empty, isn't it? Other than the whole next, you're looking
To
for
a
next.
certain degree.
Oh, it's so empty, you guys.
I'm afraid that Kanari can't actually do anything to progress the story until she actually sees the doors. So she's just looking around this room. She's touching everything. She's like knocking things with her mace a little bit, like not trying to destroy it, but just like going,
He in here? No. Is he under the rug? Might be under the rug. No, there would have been a lump there, wouldn't it?
So she's just walking around practically in circles at this point because she doesn't see the doors.
Ern quietly walks up to one of the doors and tries the doorknob. Like, is it locked?
Which one? Are you going to the one to the side of the room or at the back of the room behind the reception desk?
The one behind the reception desk.
Alright, it's not locked. In fact, it leads to a room that has just got like a desk on the far wall and and like stacks of paper. Well, I say stacks of paper, everything did get a little bit burnt up in the... Heck, one moment. Everything did get burnt up in the fire that swept through here, so it's kind of very charred at the edges, stacks of paper.
Ern immediately searches the desk for spare change.
There's nothing there. Like, there are some pens there, some, like, burnt up quills. There's no, like, odds and ends, maybe, like, an eraser or something, but there are no, no treasure, sadly.
He takes the pens.
Steal the pen.
Danny
That's exactly what he does.
Yeah, Danny acquires a bunch of pens then.
Doc rifles through the papers to see if anything's still legible.
You mostly just see a bunch of, accounting. This is obviously where all the numbers went through. You can tell that this was definitely an abandoned toy factory because they're talking about, oh yeah, made 100 red small planes today, made, 20 dolls with, brown hair and pink dresses, they made this, made that, sold this many things, ordered this many new products. This is obviously where the paperwork gets done.
Ern reads some of the docs. I would say over his shoulder, but, you know.
Under his elbow.
Yeah.
He's very tall. She's the tallest one here.
And he sort of gets immediately suspicious because if this is a toy factory and they're following a doll...
Oh, I mean, she's a toon. This place just made toys.
He's suspicious anyway.
Fair enough.
Thematic appropriateness has never been good in places like this. Ever.
Canary's still just roaming around the first room like,
is he in here? No. Is he in here?
You're gonna have to literally lead her through the door before she can make another perception check.
Danny's watching the ceiling and he's glancing at the floors, trying to see if there's any hint of anything possibly collapsing in or collapsing under him when he walks. So...
Yeah. Nothing seems the floorboards are very creaky. This place, and then you can see a couple of spots where between the fire and some mold and everything, they don't look safe to step on, but nothing outright collapses underneath you.
Okay, so Danny would then suggest that, hey, if this place is falling apart, perhaps we shouldn't split up, because if something happens and we need the whole group to like move something or pull somebody out of something, you know?
But what if we all head under
something.
the thing when it falls? So then none of us can pull us out because we're all under it, so we should split up.
Okay, that's a way to think about it.
I mean, fair.
We should split up, but only by, say, a foot.
Just stay in the same room, and then we'll just split up in that room and look around in different corners of the room.
I want to
Before coming
remind
back
you
together.
guys, Canary's still in the first room. Y'all have technically already split up.
Oh.
Suddenly,
Danny's
out of
talking-
nowhere,
going like,
while
"Is
Canary
he
is alone.
Danny's
You're
trying.
going like, is he in here? Is he in here? But y'all have like technically already committed the sin that you're trying to say not to do.
Well, I mean, this is only a sub room, right? The door is still open.
Yeah,
Still see the group.
you're still
I
within
mean,
yelling distance.
technically, it's not 2 rooms until the door is closed.
True.
That's how that works.
I mean, alright, I would like to point out, Moppet is still riding on Doc's shoulders, unless Doc has done something about it in the meantime, and is kind of like sitting up there and bouncing about, going like, come on, Rex isn't in here, can we keep looking, come on, please.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get
Yeah,
Rex
let's go
and
find
I want
another
to
room
get
to look in.
ice cream.
Ern's eye kind of twitches.
And don't you like Moppet?
Is he in here? Nope. Maybe in here.
He like knocks the wall 3 times really hard again.
Like Daddy's like you tried that already.
Ern,
Like, you've looked in there already.
Ern quietly steps out of the room, grabs Canary by the sleeve, and drags her back in here.
What? Oh! Whoa! There's a whole nother room! Why didn't you guys tell me? This is amazing! There are 2 rooms in this place? I didn't know that.
And now she starts like going around this room. So y'all successfully wrangled the canary.
Well,
Gave her a new distraction.
well done. Alright, yeah, I'm just saying, this room is like, there's a desk, there's bureaucracy, there's some pens, and that's about it. There's a door on the other side of the room if you want to go open that as well.
Sure.
I think Canary, now that she's in the other room, is gonna roll another perception check. Again, looking for the dog, not because she's suspicious about anything.
Okay.
That's a 5. Okay. Thematic these rolls are. I
That's amazing.
appreciate it, Dice Parser, but also come on.
Alright, well at least this time you are aware that you are definitely in a room. You're not unsure anymore, you know you're definitely in a room.
This place definitely has a ceiling, guys. It's officially a room.
Ricket
Also,
got the exact same roll as me.
Come on, I'm supposed to be the one who knows what's going on.
For the straight man to be able to play their part if they don't know what's going on.
You said there was another door in the room?
yeah,
Can
there is-
Danny just go and like try the door?
yeah, go ahead. You open the door. This one isn't locked either. Like
We're
you go
gonna-
in, there's filing cabinets. There's just a bunch of
We're
filing
gonna-
cabinets. They look like they suffered pretty bad from whatever fire swept through this place, because obviously the drawers are hanging open, everything is charred, there's soot everywhere, and there's just like flakes of like paper white ash coating the floor and the insides of the drawers.
Yeah. Danny would pull a scruff up over his mouth to keep the ash out. No dog here.
Have you tried
Hang on a second.
calling for him?
Is that big rectangle in the first room that's divided up into a bunch of smaller rectangles a staircase?
Yes, that's the staircase. I did say that when we first came in. It's a rather wonky
Okay.
staircase because I freehanded most of this, but like, enjoy.
It's really good.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure I didn't forget anything. Ern kind of gestures for everyone to come out, and he looks up the staircase. He doesn't go up it. He just kind of squints up. Do you think it could?
If anything, I think we should go a floor down, not up. I mean,
Yeah.
dog fell down a hole.
As
Who
far as
knows?
you
Well-
guys
That wily dog is gone.
yeah, like it's like yeah, like Rex fell down. We should be going down, but we can't get down. There's only up here. Like what else is there to go? Like we gotta keep looking.
There's
for him.
probably a way for us to go down somewhere else. Or no, there is another door here, isn't there? He kind of turns around to the other door, and the camera focuses in on it.
Yep, there's another door there.
What? Can Danny try that door?
This
Is
one,
it open or is it locked?
this one's locked. It's a pretty simple lock, so you can jiggle the handle about. It doesn't look like anything amazing. It probably melted a little bit during the fire, but like yeah, it's locked.
I
Okay.
try and pick the lock.
Ern reaches into his hammer space and kind of raises his eyebrow, like I can handle this if you want me to.
Let me try first.
Let
Let's.
them try picking the lock first. That's like their whole deal. Let them have this.
Kanari gently pats Ern.
Let them have this.
Like I did tell you guys, don't go knocking down any walls. 17. Yeah.
Doors
so
are not walls.
all right. So
Okay,
Doc.
fair enough.
Yeah, Doc rolled a 17, which is like you have difficulty with it because, yeah, as I said, looks like the mechanism did melt a little bit with whatever fire came through this place, but you managed to get it open and the handle twists.
Ah, I got it.
All right.
And
As you go through, I will say the door makes a horrendous creak as you push it open. It looks like this one hasn't been open in a very long time. But once you do get it open,
Of course it creaks.
oh, like,
It's like
Of course it creaks.
but
Accompanied by the proper cutscene from Resident Evil, I
Oh man, those hinges need oil. Does anything on me?
But you do manage to get it open. And inside you find frankly, the nicest room that you've seen so far. And there is a very fancy looking desk on the far side of the room, even if it does look a little bit scorched. There are some places where some potted plants probably used to sit. There are spots on the wall that seem like there are like a lighter, like the wallpaper doesn't look as blemished as the rest of it. Looks probably like maybe a picture or a picture frame or something was hanging there, but otherwise there's a desk. It's an office.
Danny looks around, see if we can find some stairs. And
I'm just gonna roll perception.
oh, maybe I should roll. Hold on.
All right. You roll
our
perception.
resident brain cell, everybody.
Maybe I'll just leave the perception to.
All right. And as you
Goodness.
are poking about the room, you notice that on the other side of the desk there are a couple of drawers and a little space that seems like it contains something pretty heavy. Otherwise, you find one of the drawers that feels like it contains something pretty heavy. Do you open it up to find what is in it?
Yes, but slowly.
All right. As you open it very slowly, you manage to avoid the giant puff of dust that was going to come and flick up into your face. And before I describe everything that's inside, can I please get everyone to roll me a Constitution saving throw?
I thought you were going to say initiative, and I got scared.
Oh, but I forgot to roll again.
Okay. Nice one, Earn. Like, nice one,
thanks.
Earn.
Ern got an
Doc-
unnatural
Doc
20
rolled
for
higher.
those who are listening in.
No, I did. That was my first roll. Was
Okay, so just wait.
No, Ern, not Doc.
Oh.
Doc got a 13.
yeah.
Okay. So
Oh yeah, I missed that. I was looking at the 20.
Okay. Let me just
Danny also got an unnatural 20, just for people who want to know the numbers.
Hey, same Constitution modifier.
Okay, thank you everyone for giving me that. Alright, so you open up the door slowly, you avoid the giant puff of dust that would have flicked up into your face if you had opened it any faster. And inside you find a safe. It's a combination lock, And there is a keyhole as well, and it's a safe. It seems pretty heavy. It's made of iron. It's going to be pretty difficult to open, but that explains why the drawer was so heavy.
It sure doesn't seem like Rex would have gotten in there. Is he
Can we be sure?
is he like a toon dog or like a dog?
Of course he's a toon. Rex has got to be a toon. I mean, he can squeeze through some pretty small spaces. You saw how small that window was, but I don't think he could squeeze into there. Anyway, he kinds of dog. He can't open drawers.
See, we should leave it alone. Surely there's nothing important in there.
Dun dun.
Locke sadly
Ern
puts her
tries-
tools away.
Is the safe bolted to the drawer, or
It is.
is it just in there?
Yeah, it's bolted to the drawer, so which is then bolted to the desk. I mean, you can try picking up and moving the whole desk if you want, but it might be a bit awkward to lug around with you.
Can Ern break the drawer off?
Give me a strength check.
Just rip it on out of there.
Yeah, just either that or snap the hood, like right where it meets the desk.
Oof. Not quite.
Well, here, if you let me try.
Coal Mine Canary's also gonna try a strength check. Ooh, that's an 18.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
The way I
Ooh.
picture this going down is when Ern comes up to try and rip it off, you wind up actually just picking up the whole desk. So you kind of like tug, and then you are this tiny little chihuahua holding a whole desk above your head with the safe. And then you've got Canary who comes over like, let me try, and just like grabs the rest of the desk and rips the desk off. So now, so you've got Canary holding the desk, and then Ern holding the drawer with the safe. And the drawer with the safe is kind of heavy, and you're realizing this as you're holding up there. You can feel your arms wobbling. It's not going to drop on you just yet, but you can feel your arms wobbling.
Can I roll another strength check to not drop it?
Yep, please do.
Danny would take this time to just kind of lean in the frame and say, like, hey, if there's anything important in there, it's likely taken out of there because, well, I don't think anyone would leave anything in a safe if it was that important.
Okay.
So it might just be empty.
How did my strength check go?
Yeah, your arm wobbles, but then you kind of just go, oh, yeah, super strong. You're still lifting it, you're still holding it. You can carry this safe around if you so choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ern perks one of his ears, holds the safe up to it, and shakes it to see if there's anything inside.
There are definitely things inside. It's a rattle, and it sounds like there's quite a few things inside.
Do you want to try picking this lock? Do you want me to handle it?
I really do, but you can try if you want.
Okay. Ern sets the safe very gently on the ground, and then pulls out his great axe and tries to chop it in half.
Yeah, but can I just say, I'm not even going to get you to roll here because this isn't going to work because the hammer, your great axe just goes like, and you kind of just like shake and shudder off frame, because it doesn't work. The safe is not dented at all. Your axe has a dent in it now. I'm sure it'll fade next time you pull it out, but your axe, that does not work, sadly.
Alright. Can
So,
Danny have another go?
Canary,
Looks.
like, watch-
Ern looks at his axe and sees the dent, and he immediately starts crying. No, my sweetheart.
Danny pats
Give me a
him
minute and I can
like
fix it.
comfortingly, just like there. You'll get it fixed.
I can fix the axe if we have a minute.
Canary
Please
like
save
hugs
her. Save
Canary
her,
like
tall
hugs
man.
Ern and is like, Doc, go ahead and try it. One of you thiefy types if you want. I know, it's so hard. One time I broke my quarterstaff and I sobbed for a week and by then it was fixed. But like, I know.
Try and pick the lock.
Nice.
Alright, you try picking the lock and you're fairly certain that you do manage to actually solve the key portion of things. You can hear like the click 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 churn, like clunk of the actual key section of things. However, it is a combination lock as well. It's a combination and key. So you've got it half open, but still got to get the rest of the way there.
I am not a safe cracker.
Daniel would say, like, well, you could always come back later. Like, I'm sure the combination's probably around here in the place somewhere. It's like, but we'd have to look for it. Kind of like how we're supposed to be looking for a pet dog right now.
Ern shakes his head.
Dog.
Ern shakes his head and wipes the tears out of his eyes, and he just kind of says, "We don't need to come back later. I can take it with us." he tries to pick it up. Is this another strength check, or?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say because you could pick it up before, you can pick it up now.
Okay.
Are you legit just gonna be carrying it around with you?
In hammer space.
Oh, he could use it as a weapon. Just like
Fair
bash
enough.
somebody with it.
All right, yeah, like if you're just gonna stick it straight, if you're gonna
tie a
stick it
rope
into
to
hammer
it.
space, yeah, well, let me double. What is the actual? Let me quickly check a thing, because how big a thing can hammer space actually carry? No more than 3. Okay, so yeah, you can carry it. But I am probably going to make it difficult for you when you're pulling it back out of hammer space.
Does his axe not fall into that portion? Does his axe not fall into that limitation? Because I realize now that it's actually taller than him.
Like,
so
rule of funny, your axe works. Don't worry.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so you guys have explored all of the rooms down, like, in this little section of things. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
To a pausing point on my safe puzzle.
Daniel would then suggest maybe if they go upstairs, they might find a way down to the basement from up there, which doesn't seem to make any sense to him. But seeing that there's no other way down to the basement on the floor that they're on, unless of course anyone suggests like maybe just going through the floorboards.
I'll do it.
Probably isn't a good idea to like break down the floorboards and like make this place any structurally less sound than it already is.
And then Canary like immediately once again knocks on the walls with her mace.
And she's like, this doesn't seem very safe in order to make it less
Structurally sound as she continues knocking on the walls. So then she puts her mace back in hammer space and goes,
So maybe what we should do is we should go to the other building and see if it has a way to the basement and the basement goes underneath the floors. Or,
she snaps her wing-like fingers, we could split up!
No!
All right.
We're not doing that, Birdman.
There are 2 things I would like to note. Firstly, Canary, every single time you knock quite heavily on the walls, there's always a bit of a delay, and then the whole thum, 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 like, sort of, basically a call and response sort of thing with the knocking. So every time you do it, there is always the response. You're pretty sure it's all still just an echo. Don't worry about it.
Can I roll perception to see if that is not an echo?
If you want to. But, wait, no, was that... No, because you checked before, didn't you? Ern tried to figure it out before.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So Doc or Danny could roll, but Canary's just oblivious to this.
Yeah. The other thing I will say, like, as GM, if you want to just try going through the floorboards, I'm not going to stop you, because I'm not one of those people that say, hey, no, you can't do this. However, also, as a person who put a lot of effort into making this whole map and everything, if you just go through the floorboards, I will cry.
Don't worry, there's no way in hell we're blowing through the floorboards. We're exploring this whole thing.
Okay, so
Yeah, because how else are we
perception
going to get a bunch of useless trinkets?
Okay, so, like,
For money.
Danny, you have heard...
I want a new paperweight.
Danny, you have heard Canary knock on the walls a couple of times now. You have heard, like, the deep, thudding response a couple of times now. You don't think that's an echo. That's too slow to be an echo. That's too deep. that feels like it's something that is reverberating through the whole factory. And you're pretty sure that echoes don't do that.
And Danny was to try an experiment. He'd like get close to the wall and he'd knock on it like a little tune, but like stop at the very end to see if maybe if anything is listening, will it finish the tune for him.
What tune is it?
Shaving a haircut?
Like, you know, the da 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 da, and then pause, and then you hear the, you know, the two thumps that's supposed to come after it.
Yeah.
Oh, shaving a haircut?
Like, yeah, like he knocks on the wall, that little tune, but he stops. See if like anything will respond to it.
There is a very, very long pause, and then
Dude, it slowly backs away from just like, we are not alone in this place.
This is why we should not split up!
What do you mean we're not alone? I didn't hear anything.
of course we're not alone. Alexa's in here too.
Okay, hang on, everybody just stop, I can't do it anymore!
And she just knocks twice really hard because she can't take it anymore. She didn't hear the responding thumps, so she had to finish the gag.
All right, Canary, when you knock on the wall this time, there's no echo. You don't get an echo now. You must just be knocking on the wrong section of the wall.
Say that one more time.
There was no echo.
There's no echo this time. Like when Canary knocks on the wall now, like there's no echo. There's no response. There's nothing else. Like maybe you're just knocking on like the wrong section of the wall.
Okay. No.
Hey guys, I think there's something weird with this part of the wall.
Can she go over and knock on the other part of the wall and make a perception check to see if she, to see if the thumps come back?
Yeah,
and it was that particular wall she hit on, or if the thumps don't come back and they're just gone now.
Go ahead, do a perception check.
Ooh, 15! For once, she can see.
Alright. You do your quick knock on the wall. And there's silence. And there's silence. And there continues to be silence, just stretching on as you do not get a response.
Danny like slowly pulling his weapon out, just like whatever was responding before, I think it moved from wherever it was.
Like, maybe it's just Rex. Maybe he's trying to get our attention. Come on, guys, we need to find him. We'll get so lonely down there and must be all dark and scary. And guys, I want my dog. Guys, I need Rex.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
We gotta find the dog.
And he's like, yeah, that's why we're here. Find the dog, get it, and then get out.
Ern kind of looks like he feels a little bit bad.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
Right. Danny suggests not splitting up. Like, definitely not right now. Like, we cannot split up. We know that we're not alone here. There's something here. It heard us. It knows we're here. And it's probably going to start coming to where we are now. So we have to move fast.
Canary is now like officially spooked in like a cartoony way, but it's like just that edge of a little too real. So she's like,
So, are we all taking the stairs or the other building?
Other
Danny's
building.
like, fair enough.
Because Ern does not want to be in the same building as whatever is in the...
I mean, just a reminder to you guys, technically it is all one building. It's just like on the ground level, it's seen as two separate buildings, but when you get up to the second story, there is kind of a little bridge thing that crosses them over, so they are more or less one building.
right.
Well, it'll still take whatever's in the walls a while to get to where they are, if that's the case. Unless it goes outside, of course, but, you know.
Yeah. So by going to another building, it might lay. It's.
I mean,
coming.
all of the walls you all have been knocking on have been outside facing mostly, haven't they?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna say for the most part, like I'm gonna say some of them have been outward facing, some of them have been inward, but also you've been on like both sides of the wall, considering you've explored all the rooms.
Yeah, it's so.
Sorry,
So either it's already. Either it's already here, or sorry.
I am leaving the decisions of where you guys go and what you guys do entirely up to you. This is your problem to solve. I have provided a map. I have figured out what goes on where in the map. You guys need to be the ones to go actually do the things yourself.
I think we should try the other building and maybe just go straight for the door that's in the arch place and just try to find the basement and Rex as quickly as possible and then maybe just leave.
Danny's like, I like that idea. Let's go.
Yeah,
All right.
like, Rex went down, we've got to go down. So yeah, let's do it.
Alright, I think we leave the building and go for the little side door.
Alright.
Is that right?
Yeah. Now I said before that door has been like boarded up. It has been chained. It's pretty obvious that no one wanted this door open.
Ern pulls out his axe.
Right. Give me an attack roll on the door, I guess.
Okay. Shoot. What is that? Is that
It's a D20 plus your like attack bonus for that weapon. I mean, fair enough. Okay. You managed to hack your way, like, reasonably easily. You hack your way through all, like, the wooden planking that had been covering the door. However, the chains that are also strung over the door elude your grasp, basically. Your axe doesn't quite do them because they're pretty hefty chains.
Ern looks like he's about to pull up.
So there's a lock on the chains.
Or wait, hang on. What are the chains attached to?
The walls. They've been
besides the door.
They have been like they're chains that have actually been kind of like hammered into. They've got like little like metal spikes that have been hammered into the brickwork of the walls either side of the door.
Okay, is there enough space underneath the chains so that hypothetically, if there was not a door, they could be crawled under?
I mean, considering how small you are, I reckon you could get in. Not sure about the rest of the party.
If they crouched, could they?
Again, unsure about the rest of the party because, you know, Danny and Doc are regular person-sized.
Yeah.
So, like...
what about over?
Again, like, the chains just go up and down, like the whole door and everything. There's maybe 2 feet of space at the absolute most if you're stretching the chains pretty far.
It could. I mean, if we take the stairs up in the other building, we could probably get across to this building.
But this is faster.
Splitting up.
No.
No.
Well,
no.
If we split up, then like small people can go through the little gap here, and we can go and get Rex faster, and then the other 2 can come join us after, and then we can all go get ice cream afterwards. Yeah.
Ice cream sounds good. It's very hot out right now. This is a good plan.
Yeah.
Kanari is like distracted from the fact that they once again suggested splitting up and is like, ice cream does sound really good.
Yeah. If we find Rex, then I promise I will buy you all ice cream, and you can all get double scoops, because yeah.
What flavor?
Yeah!
Whatever flavor.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Every flavor.
I don't know what flavors that they do at the ice cream shop. I haven't been there in a while. But I reckon this is a really good, like, if we manage to find Rex, then that deserves a treat.
All right,
Can Danny try
I'll
to
do it.
pick the lock on the chains?
There isn't actually a lock on the chains. It's,
Oh.
like, it's basically just
Oh, they're
hanging.
just chains. Okay. And if Danny makes an attempt to kind of like just like lay on the ground, kind of like slide under the chains, if possible, where would I roll for that?
Well, for one thing, you haven't actually gotten the door open yet.
Oh, okay. But still, like if
Does anyone have a screwdriver? What are the hinges look like?
I have so many tools, kid. I have a
Phillips or
screwdriver. Probably both. I have a tinker's kit. I have a smith's tools. I have woodworker's tools.
No,
You
I mean
are
like the
ready.
hinges. I mean the hinges. Phillips or flathead?
The hinges are on the inside of the door, which, you know, is pretty usual for, like, door security.
Okay.
Should we just
What is the door made of?
Metal.
What?
middle?
It's made of metal.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Would there be screwdriver and like thieves kit or tinker's kit?
Gonna say
No, we can't
yes.
unscrew the hinges. They're on the inside.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Because you know, like, how, like, for the sake of security and everything, doors open inwards so that the hinges are on the inside of the door and people, like, thieves and everything can't just undo the hinges to get through. It's that,
Right.
basically.
okay.
Darn it! There goes my great idea.
It really was a great idea.
Does anyone have any explosives?
Doc's face lights up. Actually, no, her eyebrows go up. I can make explosives.
I would like to remind
Do
you.
it.
I mean, if you... Alright, I'm not going to stop you from doing this. I will never say no to any of this. I will say... quick reminder. This building is barely holding itself up. Do you really want to blow it up on this little girl's dog?
Wait, are there
Oh
windows?
no, we're not going to blow up the building. Just the door.
Are there windows? Because maybe going through a window might be a little easier.
There are windows.
There is?
However, like,
Like,
they're very large windows, but they were up on the second story of the factory floor. Like, of the factory section of things. So.
While Ern is the party's contractually obligated brain cell for the day, he is a chihuahua, which are known for having more anger. He immediately gets frustrated and starts.
Can
This is very.
can Denny possibly like try to climb up and see if he could just get in one of those large windows? Just like try to find his way up to one of them.
Yeah,
What would I roll for that?
give me an athletics check. Or would this be acrobatics? I'm not actually... I think
Acrobatics,
climbing
maybe?
comes under acrobatics. Yeah, give me an acrobatics check.
Okay, acrobatics. So that's the D20 plus. Dang it.
Okay, you manage to climb up a couple of meters. You manage to get up just high enough that you can peek your head up to like where the windows are. They're pretty grimy and everything. And the moment that you actually like bring your hand up to wipe a little hole in the window, your foot slips and you tumble back down. You do not hurt yourself on the landing, thankfully, because like you do an impact roll. You're all good. But like it was a pretty difficult climb. You didn't have much luck. You didn't actually manage to see anything through the window.
Can I roll to see if my little temper tantrum?
Well, I didn't. You cut out halfway through your temper tantrum. I didn't know what you actually did.
Oh, he's biting the chain.
Roll me just raw strength.
It's gonna have to be a heck of a roll, but I really want to work.
Hey!
Oh! That was a
God.
19 plus 2 for people who are listening in.
So, with that, I'm gonna say, I was hoping you guys would just go up the frickin' stairs, but you know what? This is good enough.
Sorry!
You guys are missing out on the fun things. Oh, it's okay. I'll just spring them on you later instead.
Oh!
All right, you managed as Ern. You just have your temper tantrum. You have steam blowing out of your ears. Your whole face goes red. There's the whole tea kettle whistling, and you just go nuts on the chains on the door. And as you do this, there's the whole rattle, 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 and you manage to actually take a few out. There are still one or two hanging across the door to make it a little bit difficult, but there's enough free that everyone would more or less be able to get through the door if you get it open.
Wow.
Hops off the chains, panting quite heavily. He looks at the lock, he glares up at Doc, and he points at it.
Doc, who has been measuring out some sort of powder and chemicals, gets another explosion in her face, and then it says, "Oh, okay, we're not doing that anyway," and goes to try and pick the lock.
All right.
And does not do well. Goes badly.
No, I'm sorry. This is a pretty this one is rusted pretty bad. You don't manage to get it open. I'm sorry.
Small man, you go.
So, one of Danny would be like, well, I could always try to just kick it in. If it's rusted enough, it might just break.
I am strong, but I am small. I can't do that.
Oh. Can Danny try to kick in the door?
Yeah, give me a
It's probably
strength
not
check.
gonna work.
Give me a strength
All
check.
right. Okay, 1 second. Yeah. I know it's probably not gonna work, but
It's worth trying. It's okay.
strength check not very well.
You can
17's
feel
pretty
the
good.
door definitely give a little bit. It gives a very big rattle, big flakes of rusted metal come off it. You reckon you've weakened it a chunk, but you have not actually broken it in.
Well,
Fine, these stairs will do.
No, I'm saying, you weaken a chunk. Did you want to try kicking it again?
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, we
Ern's
could
just
go
jumping
up
the gun.
those stairs. The
Let's
thing
try
that was in
again.
there can't be that bad.
Ooh, okay. So, Danny, you tried kicking it a second time, but you must have twinged a muscle or something the first time. Your next kick is nowhere near as powerful as the first, and the door barely shifts. Sorry.
Danny would be like, does anybody else want to try? I mean, I weakened it a little bit.
If you'd rolled well there,
I still have Drumpy.
Kanari's she knows that it, but she's kind of we could just try the stairs, and is just inching back towards the other building that they've gone through, and
Danny,
she's like,
sorry.
Maybe this door is just not meant to be opened.
she's been watching them have to get through all of these things, and she's now more unnerved by the door than the whatever it is back in the other building in quotation marks. Back in the other entrance, and she's like, maybe we should just use the stairs.
Danny would ask you, are you sure you wanna go and face against what was in the walls?
Fight the
Than
architecture.
this door?
Fight the architecture. Kick the door down. Screw stairs. Come on, rebellion.
A voice from nowhere telling her rebellion. She suddenly gets this fire in her eyes. She's like, no, the cycle of life teaches us face whatever is thrown at our path, not going back, but ever going forward. And she runs to the door and kicks it.
Okay, roll me strength.
With a 5!
You splat into the door like a pancake, and then just kind of slowly, bit by bit, roll off it and flop onto the ground. Moppet, who had been getting very bored with your door shenanigans, sees this and then just doubles over laughing because, yes, good, some entertainment.
Ern quietly picks her up, rolls her up like a poster, and says, "Let's just take these stairs."
course, if either of you had rolled well there, I would have given it to you.
But instead, we have more adventure.
Yeah.
Danny was disappointed that his plan didn't work the first time. Can I do one last kick? He gives it one last kick in anger.
Yeah.
Just
go
because
ahead.
to teach that door a lesson.
Go ahead.
If this works, I swear to God.
Probably.
I don't even know which one I want more now, for it to work or it not to work.
just gives it a light, angry kick. Just stupid door.
I'm gonna outright
I mean,
tell
I
you
kind of,
the DC for
I
this
kind
was
of want
gonna
to
be
see what's up the stairs now.
like the DC of this was 15. You got a 13. You were just short. So you kick the door.
There's a creak.
No,
But
wait. Everybody hold on. So we all turn around and go back into the other building, and just as we leave the frame, the door opens.
Yes, pretty much. So, that's perfect. So yeah, the door opens as you guys have all given up and walked off to the other thing. Because but you guys have walked off now. You're not going to see this one. At least not until later, anyways.
I mean, the good thing is we can keep that in our back pocket for later. That
Yeah.
door's actually open now. Heh.
Yeah,
But
you never know.
we're going up the stairs.
You never know
Yeah.
when an open door might be handy.
Oh, that's ominous. Oh no.
I'm scared now.
Kai, how have you made this successfully scary as we're all just throwing out all of these jokes?
I never said or did anything that was purposely meant to be scary. All I said was you never know when an open door might be handy.
Which is incredibly ominous.
like running away from an eldritch abomination, maybe.
Okay, you guys.
If there's a monstrosity behind that door.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Like a bird flies past the door and just
There's a
limps out and grabs it.
If there's a monstrosity behind the door, then in this case, the closed door would have been the better option.
yeah.
What if the door was
Running
keeping
away
something
from
in
the
there?
monstrosity.
Thing
That's
is, like,
when we need the open door.
Yeah.
Hang on, my cat keeps trying to sneak out. Give me a second.
no problem.
Okay.
Thing is, guys, you don't know if opening it was a good thing or opening it was a mistake. You just know that
come on.
right now it's open, and considering all the effort you went to get it open, it's gonna be pretty hard to shut again. So, meh, you'll just have to wait and see.
Kai, you're killing me. I can't believe this. This is simultaneously hilarious and utterly viscerally terrifying.
I'm so glad you're having fun.
So we're taking the stairs, right? What's in there?
Everyone taking the stairs?
Stairs.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
You head upstairs and you find a hallway. Wow, so spooky.
Spooky
Ricket,
hallway.
please say hello to the kitty for us. We love the kitty.
We do.
Okay. I accidentally stepped on her paw.
Oh,
She
How dare.
forgives you. I know this in my
Aw.
heart.
I'm
kiss
gonna-
it and make it better.
I'm gonna give you a point of anti-inspiration at just because how dare you hurt the kitty.
It was an accident.
Can Danny roll perception?
Yeah, go
She's fine. She's just irritated.
Danny is probably encouraged to roll perception.
Roscoe, leave her alone.
Hey!
ahead. Nice. Okay, so Danny, you roll perception. You find you are in a hallway. I will note on the drawing, on the image map thing that I sent you there, the stairs are black because they are stairs leading down rather than up. So you guys head up the stairs. You find yourself in a hallway. Danny, as you look around, you notice that again, this place looks like it has not done well in terms of fire damage. There are soot streaks all over the walls. The walls are charred. Like the fire has swept through these halls, but they're still standing resolute. Just brick and blackened wood. And as you actually look a little bit closer, you see things that look kind of like cobwebs in the corners, on like the ceiling and in the corners of the hallway. Except cobwebs are usually like white or maybe a light grey. These, however, are a horrendously spiky black. And I actually have some images there. to show you what they look like, and they're horrifying.
Oh, that's one of those cool things. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've seen
Would
these.
not, but I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting to Spook Town, y'all.
For anyone listening, if you want to know exactly what they look like, they're called Soot Tags, and they're basically what happens when like soot and static electricity gather up in corners, and they look like cobwebs, but black. They're terrifying. I love them.
That looks like that weird mold stuff from Resident Evil 7, and now I'm scared.
This from
Don't worry, guys. That's normal fire damage stuff. Nothing bad's gonna happen to us.
The one thing I will say, as you're kind of
I'm
looking
also going to roll perception.
yeah, the one other thing, yeah, so, yeah, Ern, you see basically everything I've described. The one other thing that I
Okay.
will say to Danny, because you rolled so high, is taking a closer look at these soot tags, you're not certain they're actually made out of soot.
Judy would be like, guys, don't touch these. I don't know why, just don't touch these. they don't look friendly.
Okay, who here has the negative intelligence modifier?
Doc and Canary.
No, Doc has +2.
In intelligence?
Yeah, I've got -1 wisdom, sorry.
Oh, okay. I've got the -1 in intelligence.
Okay, Ern glares quietly at you as if he's expecting you to immediately walk up.
Alright, Moppet is gonna, like, Moppet, who's kind of just been following you around through all of this, and she's kind of been chattering a little bit about this or that, or like old times that she's had with Rex and all these silly things, and like which one's Rex's favorite ball and all of that. Once you guys have come up the stairs and she sees the soot tags, she kind of just like hides behind one of you and like grabs onto like the edge of Doc's clothing and kind of clings to that, like hiding her face behind it. She does not like the look of these.
Don't worry, kiddo. I know these seems really scary and like unnatural and weird and, you know, wrong, but we're all here in this together.
Yeah, like,
And like it's a failed appeal at like returning the mood back to normal, and it fails so hard. It fails so hard.
you guys promised to like keep me safe, to keep Rex safe, and like you guys are here for me, right? Right?
Of course.
Of course we are.
Yeah.
Of course we are.
Okay, thank you. I don't like it here. I want to find Rex and I want to leave.
Wait a second, I just got the best mental image. Can Moppet use Ern's portable ram as a mount?
I mean, if you want, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Moppet can just walk herself, but if you want her riding about on a sheep, yes.
Dude, how
Ern takes out his ram and sets him down in front of Moppet. He pats Drompy on the head and he says, "This is Drompy. He will protect you if we get separated. Stay close to him."
This is so, like, he's so fluffy, and like Moppet kind of just like jumps up and flumps right into Drompy's fluff, and just kind of buries herself, and he's like, "Yeah, this is so well. Thank you, you're the best. Drompy will keep me safe. I'm sure of it."
Ern nods triumphantly and sort of crosses his arms behind his back, all proud.
It's perfect.
Like a pat on the head, and it's not intended to be like disparaging. It's like, good job, really good job. But I don't know how Ern will take it, considering he is a Chihuahua.
He kind of twitches like he's about to bite, but he doesn't.
Sorry about the bang. That was me dropping my water bottle onto my phone.
Oh,
I've done that before.
Because I'm
I've
coordinated.
done that before.
is the phone okay?
Yeah, it's all good. It's
Is
not
the water
Apple,
bottle
so it's
okay?
still in one piece.
Hey.
Can
Listen,
Danny
I've got an
try?
apple, and I know how crummy they are. You just gotta accept it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Danny wants to try one of the doors. Are they locked?
Neither of them are locked. No. Which one are you going to?
See, they just walked in. He will go into the door. hang on. I'm looking at this map and I'm trying.
All right,
I guess like the one closest to him, like the first door.
the one
I'll
closest
try
to
that
the
one.
stairs. Okay, you go in there and you just find rows and rows of desks, and they all are like there's old bits of paint and oh sorry, just let me get the map up. I'm on the wrong layer. Oh yeah, you find
Pull up the layer, Gronk! Wrong layer!
Okay, yeah, so you find rows and rows of desks, and on top of the desks are like tiny little tins of paint and a couple of paintbrushes, and there's one or two old toys that are kind of like half finished old toys that are lying about on it. And overall, this is obviously where they brought some of the fancier toys to get painted.
Danny just idly kind of picks up one of the toys and examines it. He looks around the room. I should probably do a perception check, huh? Like, because he's looking for the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, there aren't stairs in this room, but...
Oh, okay. So he doesn't need to, because obviously it's very clear.
Yeah.
There's no, other... Okay.
No.
I mean, you may want to roll that perception check anyway.
Yeah, see if you can find anything else cool in here.
Alright, well, just...
I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah.
Just out of principle.
Because you can. Whoops.
Alright. I'll wait until Danny's
give it a
roll.
shot.
Alright, so both of you guys spot, you're looking around, you find, the paint in all the pots and everything is, old, completely dried, it's gone completely solid. You find, a couple of paintbrushes that might still be usable, and, there's one or two, nice, there's, a little, craft knife and everything in some of the, on some of the desks, so, I mean, you could pick that up if you want, a spare knife. But there's nothing here super useful.
Danny would probably take a knife, maybe a paintbrush, and one of those half-finished toys. You know.
So you're saying it was a knife find?
Yeah. Because he could use it later and just be like, "It's knife to meet you."
Question: Did all of you go into the room, or only some of you?
Doc's out in the hallway still.
I think Kanari is looking in the door, but they're trying to keep right around the Moppet area so that Moppet doesn't feel scared.
That's fair.
Ern's gonna stay with Drompy.
Danny just stepped in real quick just to see if he could find, the stairs. But since he didn't, he just took what he felt could be useful for them later on.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Coal Mine Canary was watching the whole time, they're making sure that if anything happens, they can hop in immediately. They just haven't quite gotten in the room.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, Danny, add to your inventory one craft knife, which has the same weapon capabilities as your average dagger, and one half-painted toy boat.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Good find.
Yeah, the rest of the room is it's empty. There's nothing else there.
So he stepped back out, just come back to the group, just no stairs here. Try the next door.
I don't know. I mean, the next door's still above the smaller building, and there weren't any stairs below it, so there shouldn't be any stairs in there, theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a hallway down that way. That's where we'll find stairs down, and then down a second time, and then over, and then up. This is very confusing. I don't like buildings. I prefer the great outdoors.
Come on, guys. We're meant to be finding Rex. I don't think Rex is up here.
So just head further down the hall to where the stairs are.
Okay, so you...
Or at least where I could see it on the map.
Yeah, so you head down the hallway and everything. You find...
Oh, wait, sorry, time out.
Yep.
Kanari knocks on the wall again, just very suspiciously. And full on does the shave and a haircut.
You don't get any response.
All right.
Doc just taps her feet twice.
Somebody needs to finish the bit. Somebody needs to finish the bit. Somebody needs to finish the bit. Please, please, please. Somebody needs to finish the bit.
Doc is
very pointedly does not finish the bit.
Doc like taps her feet quietly twice, just almost subconsciously.
And Canary like melts into a puddle of relief before bouncing back up. Like full on, they cast the silent image and literally just does it to melt into a puddle of relief and then bounce back up.
I'm gonna say you don't even need to cast a spell or anything there. You just do it. You're a toon. Like it's kind of like comes down to rule of funny. If you think a toon would do it, they do it. Alright, so you guys go down the hallway a little bit. I'm not going to bother updating the map because basically once you go down that way, you see 2 doors, one to your left, one to your right. And just like the hallway ends and there's like there's another patch on the wall just in front of you that looks like it's a lot cleaner, it looks like it hasn't been burnt as much as the other, so it's a patch of like a rectangle of wallpaper around head height that is clean compared to everything else.
It's just a random clean patch right there.
That's not suspicious.
Can we see if there's like a door behind it?
No, it's just a like when I
Or
say
it's just a patch.
It's just a patch of clean wall. Like again, it looks like maybe a picture or something used to be hanging there.
Is there a picture below it, or is it just...
No, there's just nothing there.
Okay, Canary is immediately rolling perception. That's only a 10, so that's not great, but it's not terrible.
Yep, you don't see anything other than what I've described as, like, again, like, there's a door to the left, a door to the right, and this one patch of clean wall, and then everything else is kind of, like, soot blackened, and you've still got these soot tags everywhere.
I would like to roll investigation.
Yeah, go ahead. On the patch of wall?
Yeah.
Yep. Alright.
17.
You take a closer look at this patch of wall, and now you know for certain there definitely used to be a picture hanging there. There's still, like, a nail stuck into the wall, in the middle of it, where it looks like that's where the wire must have been. And just, like, the wallpaper beneath is, like, a really light, kind of gentle cream color with, like, very slight, like, patterning on it. So, you know the weird fern patternings on it. Like underneath, which is something that you didn't really notice with the rest of the burnt and blackened wallpaper that had been peeling off the walls everywhere else. Thing is...
Can I take the nail?
If you want to try and pry it out of the wall, give me a strength check.
I'll let you finish first.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to pry that out, go ahead, give me strength.
Okay.
Cool. You get due to the whole thing of like you've climbed up the wall and everything, you've got your feet planted on the wall, you've got your both hands clinging onto the nail, and you're pulling and you're pulling and you're pulling, and your hands slip, and you kind of go pinging backwards, back down the hallway a little bit. So you hit back the corner in the hallway, and you can see down the long stretch of hallway that you kind of a little bit went down, like there's the stairs and the door to the other place there, and you notice...
Doc, because... Oh.
And it's like, because you got such a high perception check, or like you got a high... I realized it was investigation before, but I'm going to say you're looking pretty closely at the moment. The soot tags are gone.
Sorry, what?
The soot tags are gone.
What?
What?
What's gone?
The soot tags.
No.
The black cobwebby things.
No, they're not. No, they're still right there, and it's not scaring me.
No, they're gone.
Can I get everyone
I
to
understand.
roll me? Can I get everyone to roll me Constitution again?
Oh, good.
I'm trying to find my Constitution.
I kind of hope I fail just to see what happens.
I got a natural 20 on a roll that doesn't matter.
Oh, F. F.
Nat
Oh,
one.
you don't think?
Nat 1.
Oh boy.
Critical fail.
Okay.
Ooh,
Well,
it was
I guess the dice
knowing
heard
you,
me.
Ern, we really appreciate having the brain cell. You're gonna have to pass it off to somebody else before you die.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ern, can you please let me double check this one? May you please take... Oh, I should probably roll for this. I keep clicking the wrong... This is the problem. I have too many tabs open. Alright,
Take what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please take... May you please take...
Okay.
10 necrotic damage.
What?
Okay, what does this look like? Because on the sheet, it's just a number counting down. From our character's perspective, what does this look like?
Basically, I'm going to describe it as what everyone else sees, because this is happening to you. I'll describe how you feel in a second, other than really bad. But everyone else, as you are watching this, you basically saw Ern climb up the wall, try and pull a nail out of the wall, go flying backwards and whack his head into the other wall, and flop down onto the floor. And then you see the shadows around him shifting. And then you see the ink being drained out of Ern as you watch. He loses colour. He loses consistency. His outline starts to become scribbly and waver as he takes 10 necrotic damage. Ern, you are in a lot of pain. You are feeling incredibly weak. And you feel...
We have to get out of here. We have to get out of here. This isn't good.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that would probably activate Doc's fight or flight instinct, given things.
Super
that
much, yes.
happened.
Yeah,
Can I roll Constitution to...
Sorry?
To what?
Can I roll Constitution to not...
I mean, if you want, but the other thing I'm about to get everyone to roll is initiative.
No. No.
Initiative?
Okay. Okay. Here's Constitution.
Am I being too loud?
I got the 17.
Initiative. Where's initiative on here? Sorry, I'm looking for
Yours,
D20 plus your dex
Armor
modifier.
Class and speed. It's in the middle column if you're on the Dungeons and Dragons sheet.
Yeah, Danny,
Okay.
yours is just a +1.
a +1. Okay, so it's a...
I'll figure out something.
Oops.
Okay, I got a 7. Oh, okay.
Dang it. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ricket, which one was which for you?
The 17 was Constitution, the 20 was Initiative.
Okay, well, you don't throw up. That's the good thing. You gotta say you got pretty good initiative then.
Okay.
And Danny, you got a 3, and I got to roll a bunch of things myself because ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh god. That's,
I mean, that's not really good information for us. That sounds pretty bad.
Okay, that's okay. Okay. Do 20 plus, what was yours?
I'm sure these are good rolls that are good for us, and everything's great.
They're absolutely great, and absolutely not just the
Okay.
enemy's
So
initiative.
thus far,
which
Kai's already rolled 3 dice, and they got a 19, a 20, and a 13. So whoever we're facing is gonna be real fast, and we love that.
Wait a second. I got a 22. Should we like do a contest or something?
Wait, no,
Has
it's
high-
not. It
same
gets given to
dex.
whoever has like the highest dex, and Ern has. Oh yeah, you've got a +2 as well. I will. Oh no, yeah, I'm just gonna make you go before these guys for the sake of because like you. I'll say they took their turn in like what basically amounted to a surprise round. Let me make sure that I've got you guys in the right order because I need to shift everything about. God fucking damn it. It's all good.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just need a better way of keeping track of initiative.
I honestly just put everybody in order and then pin the message so that we can look at it later.
Yeah, thank you.
That's the
Yeah,
best
that'll
I
work.
can offer at the moment. Surely there's a more
Yeah.
elaborate way to do it, but I just have like
Okay.
I literally go back and edit messages if
Yep.
the information is like updated with more characters, or if people don't know it, I have question mark, and then when they do know it, I just edit it with the name.
All right. Yep. Let me.
Oh yeah, sorry. To people listening, I happen to be one shot DM, so we're just talking about how to handle initiative in Discord. Sorry.
Hey, who needs concrete when you have graham crackers and crazy glue?
There we go. All right. So that is the initiative. So the initiative order for this combat is Ern, something, Canary, Doc, Moppet, and then Danny. You guys don't know what the somethings are, so they're just called that for now. I realize I actually mislabeled them because that shouldn't be an S. That shouldn't be a 3. That should be a 1. There we go.
Okay.
I was just gonna freak you out, guys, there for a second by not telling you that there was a 1. Ern, you go first.
I'm still freaked out because you did roll 3 things.
True. I needed to roll for Moppet as well. So Ern, you are on the floor. You're prone.
Fear.
You have just had 10 hit points drained from you in a rather terrible manner, and you are surrounded by these things that look kind of like shadows, but as you look a little bit closer, you realize they aren't shadows. They're sketches. These are things that used to be alive or could be alive or maybe never were alive, but they're existing and they're almost people, they're almost toons, and they are trying to drain you of your ink.
Okay. So I'm gonna get up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get up. And is rage a rage is a bonus action. I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to lash out at whichever one is closest to me.
Okay.
Because he can only assume that these are the ones responsible for that really bad feeling he had a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so roll attack.
What was that?
I have no idea.
My phone, sorry. I silenced it now.
Wait, is this like the armor class thing or just the attack?
This is like you need to roll your attack roll, which is d20 plus your attack bonus, and you're going up against the sketches attack like armor class.
Okay, so d20 plus attack bonus?
Yes.
Wait, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still learning.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, well, you definitely hit. Roll damage. Okay.
Okay,
And that's including the extra damage for rage. Alright, you slash out with your great axe and you swipe it right through the middle of one of these sketches. It kind of...
Wait. Rage gives me another +2, right?
Isn't that the +2 that you've got right there?
No, that's for the great axe. That's just
you don't
flat
add
great axe.
proficiency to
No.
damage.
It's like on
my
I've
bad,
got your
my bad.
I've got your thing here. So it's like it's your great axe is so actually that wouldn't have been a 15, that would have been a 13. It's
Okay, cool.
yeah.
I rolled the
yeah,
wrong.
because it's basically your thing is it's you attack, the actual damage is done is going to be like a D whatever plus one thing, and then that's it. The fact that you're using rage as well adds an extra +2. So this is actually only 13.
Okay, cool. My bad.
Yep, it's no problem. Alright, so you swing your great axe and it goes right through the middle of the sketch that
Hold
is
on,
closest to
I'll
you,
be right back.
which is the one that actually had been just drained you of a fair chunk of your ink. And problem is, as I said, it goes right through the middle because this is slashing damage. And it's a non-magical weapon, and it doesn't do as much as it really should, so it actually only takes 6 damage.
Okay, well, despite this, Ern kind of is kind of hunched over after that, and his pupils sort of contract briefly and then dilate, and they sort of grow like a spiral shape around them. So kind of like a spring getting squeezed and then springing out. He does not look very happy.
Well, he shouldn't be, because next up it's the sketches go, and guess what? You're still closest. So we get a d20 plus 4. I'm gonna say that gets past your armor class. That definitely gets past your armor class.
Yeah.
So that one hit. I'm
I'm
see
not
if the other
even
one...
gonna try.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if the other one hits as well, because I'm just gonna... Yeah. That one doesn't. Okay, so you lose 2, 3. Yeah, take another 13 necrotic damage, please.
Okay, so sorry about that.
That's okay. Ricket's just dying here. It's all good. Sorry, Ern is dying.
Hey, Ern, are you like okay?
Hang on, let me do some math real.
I was only gone for a minute.
Okay. Well, Ern is definitely looking bloody.
And Danny has a healing spell.
It's sadly not Danny's go yet, because I realize it's actually the other bunch of them, because there's more. Then you've got like one turn right after the other. However, the other lot of sketches, they've snuck closer along the walls, and they are now in between where Ern crashed into the wall and where the lot of you are around the corner there. Who was like the last to go around the corner?
So we knew that Doc, Danny, and Canary. I know my own character. They were all grouped together around Moppet. I feel like Canary might honestly have been the last one. Because they're like watching the back while the others were checking further?
Yeah.
Alright, they will be attacking you then.
Oh boy.
That one hits.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That one also hits. Yeah, the sketches are getting really good rolls. Okay, in that case, please take that's 4d6 plus
We are really not doing
So
so
please
hot
take
yet.
13
guys.
damage.
Oh. Hmm.
And again, I would like to remind everyone else,
One more time.
when you see this, like, when you get this damage, when you take this damage, it is painful. You can feel the life draining out of you. To everyone else, as you watch people take this damage, you can see the ink kind of being drained out of them. It looks pretty bad.
Okay. It's my turn now, though, correct?
Yep, Canary.
Yeah, okay. They are now officially gone from spooked to, like, horrified. Because, like, their whole thing is about, following the cycle of life and, like, working together and, like, not having premature deaths, but also not avoiding your death. And this just reeks of unnatural death trying to kill them. So she is going to cast Sacred Flame on, I think she's going to try and cast it on the one that's actually attacking Ern, not herself.
Okay. There are
Target has
there
to
are
make a
two attacking
dexterity
Ern.
saving throw.
Okay.
And I think my spell DC is going to be 12.
Okay. I will say there are actually two attacking Ern at the moment. I'll just say you went for the one that Ern already sliced. So that's...
Yeah.
It gets a nat 20.
Yeah. So does that mean that, like, it gets an attack of opportunity against me, or how is Canary going down? Because
no, because I mean, like, this is basically it just managed to avoid your attack. Like, so when you do, like, your damage and everything, tell me exactly what it does.
It says if it doesn't. It said I think they actually don't take any damage by making the saving throw. Because if it misses, it takes 1d8 radiant damage, but it doesn't say, like, take half damage if it does succeed. I think it just straight up misses.
So yeah, like, it's just like target must succeed or take one damage.
So it's not like taking one of my spell slots, but, like,
yeah. No, it doesn't take any. So, like, you conjure up Sacred Flame in your hand and you try and lob it past the two that are attacking you to the one that is trying to get to one of the ones that is trying to get Ern, and it just kind of it just, like, dodges, it tilts its head to the side a little bit, and the Sacred Flame goes whoosh right past and doesn't hit it, and it kind of stares at you for a moment. And then
I'm gonna say Canary is now full-on horrified.
Yeah, like, you can see these scribblings, like, as you watch them move and everything, it's like, you can see their new frames for every single movement, and you can see the scribbling constantly changing. It's like they make little pencil scribble noises as they move, and it turns its head to look back at Ern, because there is fresh ink there, and it wants to feed. And next up is Doc.
Okay, I just want to say something real.
Yes.
Ern is a totem spirit barbarian, he's a totem warrior. He chose the path of the wolf, and while he is raging, you guys have advantage against any creature within 5 feet of him that is.
That is what?
Sorry, Ricket, you keep cutting out.
Okay, let me just type it out then.
I think it's like you guys have advantage attacking any enemy that is within 5 feet of Ern. Is that it?
While he's raging, yeah.
Yeah.
Melee attack roll.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. So that doesn't apply for me, but it applies for in the future. Cool.
Yep.
That's super neat.
Cool. So, yeah, Doc, your go.
How far from us is Ern?
Ern is, call it 15 feet.
Cool. Doc is fully panicking. She starts pulling components out of her pack, and she assembles a little robot friend in a square adjacent to her.
Nice.
It says, Tor, protect us, Tor. And the robot walks to where it's within 10 feet of everybody.
Mhm.
And everybody gains 7 temporary hit points.
Nice.
That's welcome. That's very welcome.
I went ahead and typed it out in case I cut out again.
Yep. Thank you, Ricket.
And the robot makes a little beeping noise, and like there's a puff of healing gas that goes to you guys.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Everyone gains 7 temporary hit points. I think you're really gonna need that one.
Yeah.
All right. Were you gonna do anything else, Doc?
Back up to the wall.
All right. In that case, next up is Moppet, who can't exactly do very much, but she's obviously really scared. But she looks
She's on the ramp.
Drompy can.
like
Drompy can.
Yeah, that is true, but like she doesn't really control Drompy. However, she's just kind of she's terrified. This is honestly terrifying. She is, you gotta remember, she's like maybe a 7-year-old kid, and now there are monsters coming and draining the life out of her new friends. She's not going good. She's like basically she screamed when it happened. She's just like, oh no, and she's burying her, and she wants to bury her face in Drompy's like in fur and everything. But she looks up just a little bit and goes like and she sees she sees Doc like do this really cool robot and goes like, oh wait, there's even more friends. Doc, you can make even more friends. Like, Doc, that was so cool. Do it again. And Doc, you get bardic inspiration cast on you, which means in the next
She's a bard?
in the next 10 minutes, you can add a 1d6 to any d20 roll.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Doc is like, sorry, there's only one Tor. I can only make one. But accepts the inspiration.
All right, and next up is Danny.
All right. Well, he gets his crossbow out, and sorry, I know I was away for a couple minutes too. So they're surrounded, right?
Okay, basically you've got 2 that are standing right next to Canary. Canary is at the front of your like little group and everything. You've got I like it, so you've got like Canary standing there, and behind Canary you've got Doc, Moppet, and yourself, I'm guessing. Then you've got 2 of the sketches. Then you've got a little robot which is giving you guys temporary hit points standing in the middle of things. Then you've got 2 more sketches. Then you've got Urn. Do you want me to draw this out and paint really quick?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah.
Okay, so in the hallway, let me give me like a minute.
So while you're doing that, my family has actually like made breakfast as a whole ordeal. So can I pop out for like 2 seconds since I've already taken my turn? And
Yeah,
I will come back.
Yeah, go ahead. Like, if anyone wants to take a break for like 2 minutes, go ahead. Although I will say after this combat, I will likely be saying that's the end of this session.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like, this is very good.
Okay. All right, give me 2 minutes then.
Yeah, everyone take like a minute break for 2 minutes.
Back. Whew.
Trying to make a nice little battle map in paint because I am that much of an artist.
I sometimes forget how thin the line between horror and comedy is, and how both can be supplemented by the other because they're not used often enough together.
Yeah, isn't it fun? This is why I wanted to do a Toon horror one.
Just a type for Halloween.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I need a draw on the bot. What color's the bot gonna be? It can be green.
You can make Canary yellow if that.
No, all
I mean,
good guys in
you
blue.
probably guessed that, but like.
Oh, like last time.
Yeah. I do good guys in blue, bad guys in red, environment in black, and then I guess supplementary things in green now.
Nice.
Okay.
So,
Have my amazing new battle map. Da 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 da.
Ta-da!
Kind of takes the horror out of it when like they're just little red scribbles on the page, but also I really like the red scribbles on the page.
What's the DC and DN?
DC is Doc, DN is Danny.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so there's... Okay, so he's got one blocking the way, because I was going to say that he was going to try to help take out the two next to her. But, okay, so he'll try to take out the one... how to take out the one that's standing right in front of him.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so that's, he's going to use his crossbow.
Yep.
So that's the, so it's a range. So I do the 1d8 plus the damage and the attack.
You need to roll your attack bonus first, like your attack roll first, which is a d20 plus your attack bonus, which is 3.
Right. Plus. Okay. And I roll the... Oh.
And guess what? You do actually hit. So roll damage.
Is that our first hit?
No, no. Ern did damage. Ern did damage on the one that he attacked. It's just
that's
only
right.
did half damage.
Not much.
So, and then... Is that my turn?
You need to roll damage.
Okay, so that's the 1d8 plus the damage.
Yeah. So yeah, it's 1d8 plus 2.
Plus... I think I did it wrong. Hang on.
You need to do the little exclamation mark.
Mhm.
It's okay. Alright, you do 8 damage, and the good news is that is actually a it's actually you were using a magical weapon there, because it's a light crossbow with a +1 magic on it. So that actually does the full damage, and the one that you hit right in front of you, like, doubles over, looking pretty injured.
Nice. It's like, we can beat these things.
I mean, it's still standing. It's still gonna get you, and it looks pretty angry that you hit it now. But it's you hit it at least. All right, Ern, it's your go again.
Okay. He kind of snaps around and swings his axe at the other sketch thing. Whatever the heck these things.
Okay. So roll your attack.
Here.
So Moppet can't do any damage at all because she's a little kid, right?
Basically, yeah. She's there to support you guys, and that's about it. Alright, that does not hit. Ern, you swing your axe, and it basically just glides right past the sketch and doesn't do any damage as it changes from it jitters about from one frame to the next, and you don't do it any damage. However, it is about to do some serious damage towards you. So that... Ooh, does that second
16?
one hit? That second one... So
16 damage?
No, that's... I was checking to see if both hit you, and both hit you. So you're about to take a whole bunch of damage again. Take 13 damage, please. And again, they reach out, they touch you, and you can feel the life draining out of you, and you swear you can see their sketches grow, like these sketches, the lines in them grow darker and stronger, and just that little bit more solid as they steal your life from you.
You still up, Ricket?
Okay. Yeah, he's still up. Barely, but he's still up.
How much health have you got left?
5.
Oh, fair enough. Alright, time for the other lot, which is going to be attacking... This one's going to attack, Canary.
19 hits.
Alright, and so take the 2d. Canary, please take 4 damage.
And I can take that out of my temporary hit points?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, those go first.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And Danny, let's see if this one hits you. Ooh, does 13 hit you, Danny?
Do I roll for something?
No,
or...
it's just what's your armor class?
Oh, my armor. Shoot. There's leather armor, resistance piercing, and then uno armor. I don't remember why I have that, but
you should just have a number at, like, basically the top of your sheet that just says armor class.
Oh, 12.
12. In that case, yep,
Sorry.
this hits. And please take 2. Danny, please take 7 damage.
Okay. Do I still have the hit point advantage?
Yeah,
or...
so this would eat through all of your temporary hit points, and yeah, they're gone. And next.
Okay, so it ate through it, but
yeah, but you're still more or less in one piece. So next up, Canary.
Okay. Is everybody hurt at this point, or are some people still on temporary hit points?
Doc is not hurt yet.
Yeah, I think the only people are hurt are you and Ern.
Tanny's about to be hurt too.
I can't touch them.
Do you have a range?
I do, but oh, okay. So what I do is Canary is like sort of unable to like even find their mace. It's still in their hammer space, and they're just sort of like blinking around because they're so scared. This is so very wrong. But they see that like Ern is like leaning on their great axe, even though he's so hurt, and they're like, okay. Cycle of life. Cycle of life. They put their hands together, and they use healing word. They repeat the mantra, the cycle of life, which I wish I had put on my character sheet and I didn't. So I'll have it for next session.
Okay.
But they literally just say the like 3 key tenets of the cycle of life, and cast healing word on Ern. So you regain the hit points of 1d4 plus 4. You get
He's gonna
6
need
hit
that.
points, Ern.
All right. Ern recovers 6
Okay.
hit points.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to need that.
We're gonna need every point we can get.
All right.
He is still bloody.
All right. Gonna do anything else, Canary? I suppose you can't really move about much though. So next up.
Yeah, if they could have gotten to them, they would have used a different spell. So they're actually just sticking around. Could they get behind Doc and Danny to continue like focusing as more of a spell caster in quotation marks than as a like main
You
fighter?
can. The thing is, if you do,
You can actually.
you will be inviting attack of opportunities from both of the ones standing right in front of you.
Okay, and that they're not moving an inch.
Yeah.
They can cast Sacred Flame though. That was her healing word's only a bonus action.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me happy. That's exactly what I wanted.
Wait, sorry?
Healing word's a.
What?
No, let me
You cut out.
Healing word is a bonus action. I did
Oh,
not
sweet.
realize that. I was prepared
no,
for that
it's
to be my
it's
whole
a
deal.
spell. Healing word. Healing word is like a spell slot of like it's a level 1 spell. So that was casting a spell. That's not a bonus action.
Okay.
Oh, it's a bonus action spell. You can cast it on a bonus action.
Is it? Let me double check.
I know that I've used one of my spell slots.
Instantaneous. So one half action. Oh yeah, one bonus action. Yeah, in that case, yeah, you can still do something.
Oh, that's so cool.
Thank you, Samaranth, for knowing more about D&D than me.
And me. Can you believe that we're the DMs? Whatever, it's fine. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame once more. But I'm gonna aim instead for the one that Danny actually managed to hit.
Okay.
So that's again a DC of 12.
Yeah. All right. So that's a Dex. It was a Dex check, wasn't it? Dex saving throw.
Yes. 1.
Ooh.
If it's exactly at 12.
It's exactly at 12. I think that's actually the attacker's win. In which case, that's it. You hit it. Dude, what's your damage? Roll damage.
Nice.
D8. Real quick, somebody who actually knows more about using spells than me. Spell attack bonus is +4. Is that for when I'm attacking with spells and unrelated to this?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, you need to roll an attack roll.
Yeah. So it's basically 1d8 plus your isn't it plus your spellcasting bonus as well?
Oh,
Not for cantrips usually.
Okay, fair enough. In that case, as you toss Sacred Flame at the one you toss Sacred Flame at
It
the
actually depends what.
on the thing it just says 1d8, so yeah, we'll just call it this.
Yeah.
So you conjure up more Sacred Flame in your hand again, and you shove it into the chest of the one like just to your side. And as you do that, you see it flinch away from this as bits of its graphite start burning and fading and like fluffing off into the air and everything, and it looks like it took a little bit more than just 2 damage. It's not looking good.
Wish I had rolled just a little higher, but it's okay.
Alright, next up it is Doc.
All right.
You do still have Bardic Inspiration.
Everyone who went down, everyone who lost the temporary hit points get 3. Unfortunately, they don't stack, so I can't give them to everybody this time. But
No, that's fair enough.
and then I'm gonna take a shot at the other undamaged one nearer to me.
Okay. That hits.
Nice.
What are you attacking with?
My crossbow, which is technically magical because I did a thing to it.
Okay, in that case, yeah, it takes 11 damage. It's definitely not looking good, but it's still on its feet. It's not happy that you attacked it, and it's gonna get you back for that. Next up
sorry for that. I sneezed.
Bless you. Next up is Moppet, who sees that Ern is really not looking good, and is gonna cast Healing Word as well. And so is like, Ern, come on, get up, keep going, you can do this, yay! And heals Ern for not very much, frankly, most like when did you get like a ridiculously high modifier like that? Moppet, you're level 1!
She's just a baby!
Ern, you are healed for 9 points.
Can we like give her a knife or something? Danny has an extra knife.
I mean,
I gave her a mount.
There's absolutely no way
fair
we're
enough.
letting Moppet into the actual fighting part. They are staying firmly behind us.
Yeah, like she's kind of a little bit too small to kind of get into anything else. And because that was a bonus action, she can still technically do something else. So what she is gonna do is she can cast she's gonna cast Heroism on Canary. You seem to be doing really well in terms of like actually hitting everyone. So she's going to kind of like tap on, like lean forward, and she taps on your shoulder, and suddenly you feel so much stronger, you feel so much braver. These things may be terrifying, but you know what? You're bigger and badder than they are, even if you're only like 2 foot tall. And you gain 5 temporary hit points on top of whatever Doc has given you.
Oh, that's awesome!
Wow.
I love you, Moppet! I will protect you!
Alright, and that's the end of Moppet's go. In that case, Danny, you're up.
Alright. Okay, so the one he was attacking is gone now. I'm looking at the map again. Okay, so the one he was attacking is gone, so that leaves the way clear for the other 2 that are in front of Ern. So he's gonna use his crossbow on the one that's like right in front of him.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see the map, but okay, so that. Alright. See if we try this again. So I do the damage first, or the attack bonus, I mean.
Yeah, so so you roll your attack, yeah.
Oh, so the attack, hold on.
So yeah, it's a d20 plus the weapon bonus.
Okay, so the d20 plus the... Oh, it's the plus 1, or is it the attack bonus plus 4?
Your attack bonus would be plus 4.
Oh, so that one?
Yep. Alright, you hit. You definitely hit. Roll damage. So for your light crossbow, that's 1d8 plus 2.
We're finally hitting things!
Hey.
Okay, you deal 6 damage. Is this the one that was just in front of you again?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm looking at the map. Yeah, because it's a straight line down where Danny's was looking. Like
All
there's
right.
there's two lined up. So yeah.
Yep. Okay. You hit the one like right in front of you, and the arrow just goes shooting right through. Possibly its head, possibly its neck, possibly its chest. You don't know. It's been shifting around so much that you can't tell, and it basically just swoosh right through, and the arrow catches on the bits and pieces of the sketch and send it. It just shatters. It scatters. It's gone. You have killed it.
Wow.
First one. Only 3 more to go.
All right. Next up is Ern.
Okay.
Wait, how many are left?
There are
3.
still
Two of
three.
them.
There's still 3 left.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
Right,
Ern,
right.
you've still got 2. You've got 2 that are like right next to Ern, and then you've got one that's kind of half in front of Canary, half in front of Doc.
Okay. Can I just... For each turn we get 1 movement plus any bonus actions?
Sorry, can you
I'm just
repeat that?
checking because I'm going to try something.
What? May you please repeat that? It's like you get a move action, an action, and a bonus action, basically.
Okay. Can I use the action to attack the closest sketch thing?
Yeah, the one that you were attacking before. Yeah, roll.
Yeah.
Roll to attack. So it's a d20 plus your attack bonus.
I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
Nope, that doesn't. You whiff it. Sorry.
Okay. And then can I use the movement?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to. Thing is, if you are moving out of range of these guys, you do invite attacks of opportunity.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be moving Ern. I'm going to be moving Drompy closer to the row of sketches that's between specifics. That's between Canary and I stands.
Okay. Yeah, that's so. It's there's only 1 sketch left there, and it's the one that's kind of between Doc and Canary. So you're moving the sheep.
Yes.
Basically,
yes.
right next to that. Okay.
Wait, is he close enough to make an attack from there?
I'm gonna say yes. Please keep in
Can
mind
I-
there is a small child on its back.
Okay. Can Drompy have his own attack? Did
I'm gonna say you can make Drompy's attack as like your bonus action if you want.
Okay, I will do that, and I will use charge.
Okay.
How close is he to that sketch?
Like within 5
Because
feet.
okay, I can't do that.
No,
but
there's
okay, I
not
can't do
enough room.
charge, but I can't do charge, but I can ram him.
Yeah. Okay. So roll a d20 plus 3.
Oof. Worth a shot.
It doesn't
It
hit.
was worth a shot.
It's yeah. So basically, Drumpy kind of edges closer and tries to like headbutt the sketch and everything, but the sketch is the way the sketch is moving is like jittering about and everything. Drumpy just misses completely, and then you've got Moppet clinging onto Drumpy's back and just like, no, what are you doing? I don't want to get anywhere near these things. And Ern, that's your go over, and it is now the sketch's turn. In fact, it's the 2 sketches right next to you's turns. So okay, that would not hit. And that one does. Okay. Ern, take even more damage because these things don't like you. So take another 10 damage, please.
Oh!
It's a really good thing you've got all those temporary hit points and that people are healing you, isn't it?
Yeah, though I think the temp points are gone now.
Yeah. All right. And then you've got the one other sketch who is going to attack. Doc, you did a bunch of damage last turn, so it's going to try and get you.
It's rude. It shouldn't do that.
It's going to get you. It does an 11 hit.
Oh, it missed.
It missed. Okay. It takes a swipe at you, but it's not quite strong enough to reach out properly, and its arm just like it twitches and jitters and stutters and doesn't quite get you. And it is now Canary's turn. And I'm going to pause for like 2 seconds because it's gotten so dark that I can't actually see my keyboard, and I need to turn on light. 1 moment. Vision restored.
Excellent. So I think what Canary is going to do is they're going to use Guiding Bolt, which is a ranged spell attack against a target. Let me scroll all the way back up to here and see. So we've got 1 dead directly in front of us. We've got 1 dead in front of Ern.
No, they're both of the ones in front of Ern are still alive.
Both of the ones in front of Ern are still alive. Can I pin the little message that's just the little mini map?
Sorry? Yeah, I'll grab it. 1 sec.
Okay. So does one look more hurt than the other?
1 moment. Yeah, one has taken a lot more damage than. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Yeah, one has taken damage. The other one is still pristine.
So they're gonna aim their guiding bolt towards the one that has taken damage, and make a range spell attack against them. Thank you.
Yep, that hits. That hits.
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
So they take 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against that target before the end of the next turn will have advantage.
Okay,
Thanks
roll.
to the light that continues shining around.
Yeah.
That's 11 points of damage.
Well, that's actually 22 points of damage, and you know what? You killed it. You wiped it out. Well done.
Yes.
All right, so
that made me 2 of my spells.
All right, so I'm going to do a quick update of the ones that you have managed to kill so far. And I'll give you an update of the map.
Okay.
And you have moved over to the side a little bit. Okay.
I had a question about these enemies.
Yes.
I would ask, but see, the focus is draining the ink out of the characters, right?
Yes.
So, would they be distracted if they actually found like ink from a bottle or something? Like, would they go for that, or is it has to be in a tune?
I mean, it needs to be Toon ink. I mean, and the other thing is, you guys have a lot of ink in you, whereas a bottle is only a small amount of ink. So if you found a really, really big bottle of Toon ink, they might go after that. But do you have one of those on hand?
Right. I'll keep that in. Okay. So, whose turn is it?
It is
Doc's.
Yeah, Doc.
All right. Doc yells a command, shouts out to Tor again to heal. Oh, all right. Everyone replace whatever Tor has currently given you to 9 instead, because that's better.
Yes.
All right.
Or
And then, like, keep in mind,
Moppet...
Canary. you do also
Yes.
have like the extra 5 temporary hit points that Moppet gave you.
Yes, Canary can tank this now.
Hang on a second. What is that again?
You have 9.
Tor is my little robot. It's spelled T0R. And I can command it every round as a bonus action to give us temporary hit points.
Okay, 9.
Yeah, but it doesn't stack with anything I've previously given you, so you have to replace it.
Okay, cool. Does that basically?
So
That's like a shield. It goes to the temporary hit points before it can go to your real hit points when you get hurt.
Okay, cool.
Okay, what else do you do, Doc?
Well, I panic because one of them is trying to hit me and it's right next to me. And I try to shoot it, but I have disadvantage because I'm trying to do a ranged attack in melee. So that's my first thing, and then let's see what my add is. Okay, and then I'm gonna add Bardic Inspiration to the 12 and get a 17.
Okay, well, it hits. Good thing you did have that Bardic Inspiration. All right, so that hits. Roll damage.
I do 7 damage to this thing.
You do 7 damage. Was that with a magical weapon?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. That was the one right in front of you, which is well done. That was just enough to wipe it out. So very similar to Danny, like as you basically try, like you bring up your crossbow, you shoot it right through something that you like, it's amorphous something, and it just shatters basically. All the little bits of graphite making up its sketch just shatter about everywhere. You get a little bit on you as well, but you're sure it's harmless, don't worry.
This is why you wear a lab coat.
And next up it is Moppet, who is out of spell slots. But she's gotta be nice and cast Prestidigitation to clean off like the little bits of graphite that got on you, Doc.
Thank you.
That's sweet.
That's very nice of her.
Alright, and Danny, you'll go.
Alright, it's going for the one, right in front of him again. The last one right by Ern.
Alright.
Oh, that's the D. Hang on. 20 plus attack.
That hits. That's a critical, in fact. Nice.
D8 plus... Oh shoot, what was it again? 2. And yeah, that's what's his...
So roll 2d8 plus 2.
Yeah.
So roll me an extra d8.
Extra D8, sorry.
Because it's a critical hit, therefore double dice.
Heck yeah.
Alright.
Nice.
Oh, we just need a little bit of time to get there.
Alright,
Now we're
that
doing
is
okay.
13 damage right into the only sketch that is left. It is still standing, but it's not looking good. And you can, like, now that you actually have the chance to have a look at these things and they're not all attacking you all at once, you can see as they start getting more and more damage, like, their sketches, their outlines and everything get a little bit weaker. They jitter around more. They look more and more unstable and ragged. And whereas they were almost human-esque before, now they're just scribbles. And next up
This reminds me of a... Oh, sorry.
No, sorry, you go.
Who's next?
It's Ern is up next. But what were you saying?
I was saying this reminds me of a Doctor Who episode where that actually happened. There was a scribble that the characters went up against, like an actual scribble, and it was actually kind of terrifying for me.
Yeah, like if you have seen that episode, that's the one that also features like the 2012 Olympics, supposedly. If you've seen that episode, that's kind of...
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, that's
In
kind
the
of
scribble.
what this thing looks like at the moment.
Oh, that gives me chills.
Okay.
That would scare me.
Doc.
Ern, your go.
Okay, Drompy's gonna go again, and
I was gonna point out that there is still not 20 feet of space in this hallway.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna use charge. I'm just gonna try and smack it.
Okay.
Smack it away.
Well, Yeah, but mostly to try and kill it.
Oh.
Can't believe you would
shoot.
recklessly endanger Moppet like this.
Stop
He
trying
is-
to endanger Moppet! They
He
are
has an
babies!
intelligence mod of 4, okay? He is not smart. Shoot, what was the thing? What did I roll for that again? +3?
I think it was a 1. Yeah, you need to roll your. It was a +2, I think. I can't remember. You have the thing up.
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, it was flat 20 +3 for the attack roll.
All right. That does not hit. So you've basically ordered Jumpy to kind of like come running up, and again, like takes a headbutt at it and just absolutely whiffs. However, you still have your attack action if you choose to take it.
Okay. Well, Ern is still pretty far away, and he doesn't have a ranged weapon.
No,
I don't
this
think.
is the one that's standing right next to you.
Oh, right. He'll swing at that. Sorry.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
a crit fail. That is a crit fail.
Okay.
What are you rolling? Yeah, that's a critical fail from Ern as he swipes his axe. And because it's a crit fail, I gotta punish you somehow for that because the dice hate you. As you swing it through, your axe slams into the wall of the building, and it goes right through the burnt wood. It goes slamming into the brick that actually makes up the bones of this structure, and you can feel it dent. You can feel it blunt and flatten and get mangled out of shape with the strength of your swing. And on top of all that, you didn't even actually manage to hit the sketch. And as you watch, this sketch reaches out, but for once not at you, because something else just tried to attack it. And it takes a swing at Moppet. Thankfully, it misses, but you could see it reaching out, trying to, like, jittering about, trying to grasp at Moppet, because yes, there is ink, there is so much ink there, it wants it, and it can't quite get it, because Moppet shrieks and tumbles backwards off Drumpe, and just, like, scurrying backwards, like, on her bum, trying to get away back to where the rest of the group is. And, Canary, it is your go.
So, real quick, something else is here in addition to the 2 sketches that are still left.
There is only 1 sketch left, and that is all you are currently facing.
Okay. They are going to cast Sacred Flame with a DC of 12.
Okay, let's see if we can dodge this.
Please don't. I would prefer it if you wouldn't.
It dodges it.
How dare you? I mean, it's the dice, so how dare you, dice parser? Kai, you're fine. Even though you're trying
the dice seem to really like these sketches. Next up is Doc.
Well, Doc's a reckless moron, so she's going to charge this remaining thing to get in front of Moppet, because Doc wants to protect Moppet. And she's going to do it with her stupid wrench.
She hits
and
it.
This.
No, she hits.
Oh, really?
You connect.
Oh, that's actually a 12, though. I messed up, so.
No, you still connect. Don't worry.
Okay.
And roll damage.
Whoa.
Alright, is that a magic?
It's not magic.
It's not magic? Okay, you know what? For the sake of... Technically, that would not be enough to kill it, but for the sake of drama, for the sake of this being cinematic, you've basically seen... So, Ern took a swipe at this and absolutely failed. The shadow turned around to try and take a swipe off Moppet. Moppet tumbled backwards, screeching. Canary, you quickly reach forward, chucking a sacred flame, but just goes past its head. And then Doc, you with all your rage, bring out your giant wrench, come charging forwards, take a swing, and it boofs into dust. And you have killed the last sketch. And it is gone, and you are out of combat now. Congratulations, you have solved my terrifying monster puzzle.
The solution was hit it really hard.
Basically. How's everyone feeling? Because Moppet's kind of on the floor, curled and shaking and very terrified.
Doc's gonna join her. Doc's gonna join them.
I
Put it back on the mountain, but
yeah, keep in mind that graphite to Toons is probably the equivalent of bone dust. Y'all are covered in bone dust.
I think
he's gonna go give himself a shake in the
Kanari
corner.
is gonna start sitting down, and she's gonna start trying to cast Prayer of Healing to heal everybody up. And then she's probably going to suggest, as she's setting up all the components stuff, maybe we should pause. But she also, knows that might not get a good reaction from Moppet because, her dog is still in here.
I just want to hear Rex, and I want to get ice cream, and I want to go home, and I can't leave Rex in here with this thing. I don't want to leave him in here if they get him. I don't know what I'd do without him. I don't want to be in here anymore. She's really not in a good way, guys.
Jumpy kind of leans forward and sort of nudges her, lays down next to her.
Okay. Upon seeing the terrified whimpering, she's like, no. Okay. She uses one of her level 2 spell slots to cast Prayer of Healing, so she's only got one left. But she's like, we'll just heal, and then we'll keep going. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna find him.
Okay.
So Prayer of Healing heals everybody up for 2d8 plus 4, which should definitely get everybody. Yeah, 19 points should get everybody fully healed. So we don't have to spend a short rest. We can just
continue and hope you don't need
keep
those spell
going
slots
after
later.
10 minutes rather than an hour.
Yeah.
All right. I think.
Oh, it was 10 minutes. Okay, so Tor vanishes at the end of that.
Aww.
Beautiful
Alright.
temporary hit points go away, but we get back to full health.
All right. I think this is probably going to be, while everyone's kind of curled up on the floor looking rather miserable after that fight, I think now is probably a good point to hit pause and say that is the end of this session, and we will come back to things next time.
Okay.
How's everyone
I'm
feeling?
losing my mind.
This was
scared.
incredible.
Yes.
You guys have a long way to go yet, don't worry.
Oh, golly.
Of course.
Oh,
I
boy.
want Rex to be okay.
I
I want everybody to come out okay.
Rex is fine. Don't worry about the dog. Rex is fine.
Don't you touch him, Kai.
You know, I'm.
Don't.
Don't you dare.
This is fun. Anyway, Alright, I'll see you guys next time. I will put up a thing in the scheduling to see when we can play our next session. But this is good. This is fun. I love all of this.
I love all this.
I'm
too,
sure
even
you
if Right now,
do.
I'm very mad. I am big mad. Don't you touch him, Kai.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
See you.